pitch out. All third strike.
He's doing what he wants to do. Everything he does is what he's trying to do. Breaking the ball away. I want to throw him a high piece of cheese here. I mean, that's command. This is as good as I've seen Lester pitch.
Welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo, and welcome to Red Sox baseball. It was indeed a special night here last night at Fenway Park. John Lester was back to being the ace John Lester. And how about Koji Uehara? He was pretty special last night again. We delve inside some of the numbers for both. Lester fanned the season-high 9 batters in last night's win. Now a 2.59 ERA in his last 10 starts. He's had a quality start in his last 6 outings since August the 8th. And his season ERA is now the lowest it's been since June the 6th. Uehara has now retired 21 consecutive batters, and 15 of the last 17 saves this season have been 1-2-3. He's not given up a run in his last 25 outings. That covers 22 outings. We welcome in Hall of Famer Dennis Eckersley, and Eck last night was pretty special to watch.
I mean, it was exciting to watch Lester. That's a Lester of old. We saw this earlier in the year, but this was even better. The command of his fastball and the cutter was consistently down in to right-handed hitters. He mixed a curveball in. It was playoff atmosphere. The intensity was the old John Lester. If you had to pick a number one starter, he might be it right now. And the end of the ball game, what new? Koji Uehara did his thing again. This kid is so exciting. You know, his enthusiasm is contagious, but the way he goes about it, Mr. 1-2-3, nobody can get on that split finger. And last night, 2 strikeouts to end this thing. Once again, he is on a roll. You don't even want to jinx it. That's how good this guy's going.
Well, the pitching was outstanding. They still needed a big hit, and they got it last night from Red Sox third baseman Will Middlebrooks. We'll come back and delve inside Will Middlebrooks when we return to Fenway Park right after this. Center field for Middlebrooks. Gomes scores. Behind him is Drew, and the Red Sox take a 2-1 lead. Welcome back inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo. Well, a great night last night. We talked about the pitching. How about the offense and Will Middlebrooks? It was expected by the Red Sox brass that Will Middlebrooks would be in the middle of their lineup all season long and be their everyday third baseman. Didn't work out that way. Spent a good amount of time with the Paw Sox this season, but he's back now and putting up some very good numbers along the way. Middlebrooks hitting at .323 since his recall from Pawtucket. When he was sent down, his average was only .192. Middlebrooks batted his 7th go-ahead RBI of the season last night. At all have ended up being game-winning runs. Middlebrooks has hits in 3 of his last 4 games. His 2 RBIs last night were his first RBIs since he also had 2 in Boston's 12-1 win back on August 21st against San Francisco. We've seen a lot of good pitching in this series, and probably we'll see more tonight. Rick Porcello's on the mound tonight for the Tigers. For the Red Sox, it's Ryan Dempster. Dempster coming in with a 7-9 record this year with a 4.75 earned run average. He'll get his 27th start coming your way next from Fenway. Kia of New England. Dunkin' Donuts. Toyota's official website for deals via Toyota.com. McDonald's of Boston. And by Southwest Airlines. Welcome you back to Fenway Park. Red Sox and Tigers wrap up their 3-game series tonight. Nice night from Fenway. Blue skies above. But before we get it started, let's send it down to Jenny Dell.
Well, Don, as you mentioned earlier, an outstanding performance by Jon Lester yesterday on the mound. A season-high 9 strikeouts as we take a look at our Geico quote of the day. And it comes from manager John Farrell on the job that Lester has done. The resurgence he has brought to this team. He said, I think everyone in our dugout feels that when he goes to the mound, and that can be said for Lackey, that's not to slight anyone, but John has stepped up in those games when we needed to win and get back on that winning track. Don?
All right, Jay, thanks very much. Well, certainly a big night last night for the Red Sox, trying to keep that same kind of pitching going here tonight. And the Red Sox have taken the field, so let's check out the Detroit Tigers starting 9 tonight. And leading it off and in center field is Austin Jackson, with Torrey Hunter in right field batting second. Prince Fielder, first base third. Victor Martinez, the DH in the cleanup spot, with Andy Dirks in left field. Todd Kelly at third base with Omar Infante at second base batting seventh. Alex Avila does the catching, he bats eighth, and Jose Iglesias at shortstop bats ninth. Now let's take a look at the season numbers for Ryan Dempster. Tonight makes his 27th start of the year. 7-9 coming in with a 4.75 earned run average, 137 Ks and 151 2/3 innings, and opponents sitting at 260 against Dempster. Well, the defense for the Red Sox is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Third to first, Will Middlebrooks, Stephen Drew, Dustin Pedroia, and Mike Napoli. Left to right across the outfield, Daniel Nava, Jacoby Ellsbury, and Shane Victorino, as David Ross does the catching for Ryan Dempster. Umpiring crew tonight, the crew chief, Jeff Kellogg, has the plate calling the balls and strikes. Mike Muchlinski at first base, Eric Cooper at second base, and Paul Schreiber is the umpire at third. Tonight's game is available in Spanish by pushing the SAP button on your television remote. Enjoy the game. Now the conditions are very nice here tonight at Fenway Park. 75 degrees, breeze out to right at 10 miles per hour, and the forecast for more of the same. Cloud in the sky as we get it started here tonight at Fenway. The lights are on. And Ryan Dempster under work here to this Tigers offense as the Tigers were able to take game 1 of the series. Red Sox bounced back with a victory last night, and here we go in game 3. Austin Jackson standing in to lead it off as Ryan Dempster deals with the first pitch of the ball game. Yeah, it's going to drop in there for strike one.
You know, last time out, Dempster, we really didn't know what we were going to get out of him. He had that long suspension, and he went out, had a tough first inning against Chicago White Sox last time out, but ended up pitching a good game, gave up 3 runs, got the W. This lineup for him today is kind of weird. There's 5 guys in this lineup he's never faced. Obviously, he's been in the National League for so long, but one guy, Prince Fielder, he's taken him deep 3 times, so he's got the guy that's trouble for him in this lineup.
Fielder batting third tonight as Miguel Cabrera back out of the lineup again for the Tigers. Swing and a miss, and a good start for Ryan Dempster, as strikes out Austin Jackson.
Looks pretty easy, your first batter. You throw a couple fastballs and fastball middle, and he swings right through it. 90 miles an hour. What's he looking for? A little late? Looking for something else?
So 1 down here in the first inning brings up Torrey Hunter. In there for strike 1. Hunter starting the night hitting at .304. 16 homers and 71 runs driven in. Chop foul, and it's 0-2.
Well, I guess you throw your fastball as long as you can. You want to establish your fastball, but Dempster's all about that split finger. I mean, he goes to it all the time. He likes his slider too, but the fastball, he's got to keep it down. You know, he's given up a lot of home runs this year, a lot of solos, so it hasn't really affected him, but he's got to keep the ball down.
A little dribbler right in front of the plate. Dempster pounces on it and fires to first for out number 2. MLB.TV celebrates 11 years with new low yearly prices. Watch out-of-market games live on over 350 supported mobile and connected devices in HD quality with MLB.TV Premium. Visit MLB.TV today. MLB.TV, baseball everywhere. So 2 down here in the first inning, and Prince Fielder, the batter. It's a .269. The average is down. So are the home runs with 21 on the year, but does have 93 RBIs. Foul down the left field line, out of play. Has a different look to it, this lineup, without Miguel Cabrera somewhere in the middle.
All of a sudden, one guy. I mean, think about it. You're missing almost 50 home runs, 130 RBIs. I mean, that's a big loss. Nobody can say that from one guy and one team.
And he played last night's game after missing the first game of the series. Bit of an oblique problem for him, and we saw him make that diving play last night. You wonder if that kind of tweaked it again.
I couldn't help. It was a great play. He couldn't even get up to throw him out. He tried to throw on his knees, and Gomes beat it out, but it was a good play for him.
Slap foul off to the left, out of play, and it's 1-2. In 17 games, Fielder's average has been up at .349. 3 homers and 10 runs batted in. And the Tigers with a 7.5 game lead atop the American League Central over the Cleveland Indians. This one is dribbled down the third baseline. Shift was on, and Drew can just pick it up as Fielder will reach it first with the infield hit with 2 down. Well placed.
Boy, he looked like he was swinging like that the whole at bat. Wasn't he late on fastballs? This is ugly. He gets on top of a ball, a high fastball, and there's nothing you could do about it. He may as well just lay down a bunt.
He'll take it. First base with 2 down in the inning. And Victor Martinez, the batter. To me, this is a guy that makes the biggest difference in their lineup heading into this postseason that was not with them last postseason. And that's Victor Martinez.
Yeah, they just did not have that number 5 guy. You know, they rotated it around a lot. Delman Young played right field for them and hit 5th quite a bit.
Comes in riding a 10-game hitting streak, hitting at .475 during that time.
Remember they had the guy Bosch, left-handed hitter. That Brendan Bosch, and never panned out. He was going to be a star. You know, and he played right field, had some home runs early on, but just fell off the map.
1-0 pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 1-1.
I believe he went to the Yankees briefly, and then they let him go.
We talked about it last night. Looked like Avisail Garcia might be a guy they have for a long time. They end up trading him away to the White Sox.
And you really don't know what that kid's going to be like. I mean, he's got off to a decent start with the White Sox, but you don't know how much he's, and just like Iglesias, you don't know his top side, how good he's going to be offensively.
This will bounce in for ball 2. Red Sox closing out a 9-game homestand tonight. They'll head out on the road to take on the Yankees for 4. Off day on Monday, 3 against the Tampa Bay Rays next week. Before the Red Sox return home again.
Well, that's what he's going to go to. That's his out pitch, that little splitter. And when he gets guys on base, he really slows it down.
There's Andy Dirks. Started game 1, got into game 2, and starts again here tonight in game 3. It's a lot more along the lines of what you expect from the Tigers when facing a right-handed pitcher. This is chopped towards second base. Pedroia's got it. He'll flip underhanded to second for the force out that ends the inning. Jacoby Ellsbury will lead it off when we come back to Fenway. underway today for the Bruins. Timely raise here tonight at Fenway as we check out the Red Sox starting nine tonight. It's brought to you by your New England Chevy dealers. Now Jacoby Ellsbury leads it off in center field with Shane Victorino in right. Dustin Pedroia at second base bats third with David Ortiz at DH. Daniel Nava in left with Mike Napoli at first base batting sixth. Stephen Drew the shortstop. We have David Ross doing the catching against Saltalamacchia. His back still bothering him. And Will Middlebrooks at third base bats ninth. For the Tigers, Rick Porcello on the mound. His season numbers are brought to you by Nissan. 27th appearance, 26th start, 11-7 with a 4.44 earned run average, 111 strikeouts in 148 innings. Opponents hitting at 275 against him. And heck, the Tigers running out there another good starting pitcher tonight.
Well, this is their fifth starter. This guy's got some decent numbers. You see the high ERA, but he's been hot recently. Won 7 out of his last 9 decisions. A sinker baller that's been throwing a hook instead of a slider. And you know why Ellsbury's playing. I had a feeling he would. He's 6 for 7 with a home run, so he found his way into the lineup tonight.
297 overall average, 7 homers and 50 runs batted in. He had fairly good numbers against Scherzer as well last night as he cranks one foul off to the left out of play. Not quite 6 for 7 though.
Ooh. The Scherzer last night, I was surprised that Leland left him in the 8th inning. He let him in because he wanted to give him a chance to win. And he had so many stress throws the inning before. And then he let him go out there and got 2 guys on base and then pulled him. The relievers did a nice job to keep it at 2-1. But he was good last night. He just lost his command a little bit late.
This is driven to left. Dirks going back and makes the catch up against the wall. A little leap there at the end and a little contact with the wall. Nice catch for the first out of the inning.
Ellsbury puts a nice swing onto this ball. He gets a fastball away and just tries to lift this ball off the wall. This is a great play by Dirks. Not giving up on it, not afraid of the wall, and catches this ball and sort of backs in easily into the wall.
One down for Shane Victorino. 293, 12 homers and 51 runs batted in for Shane. Victorino back to hitting right-handed against right-handed pitching.
Yeah, last time up, hit left-handed, popped it up. I mean, I would hit left-handed off Scherzer too. I mean, he made him look bad on a couple of sliders.
That'll drop in there for strike 2. We're talking about the age of Porcello. It seems like he's been around a while.
Yeah.
Still just maybe 25.
Yeah, he's going to be 25 in December. He's already won 59 games at that age, that young age. He came up when he was 20. Remember, he pitched in that 1-game playoff.
Good curveball there. He strikes out Victorino. Well, Tigers defense is brought to you on NESN by Verizon Fios. Third to first, Don Kelly, Jose Iglesias, Omar Infante, and Prince Fielder. Left to right in the outfield, Andy Dirks, Austin Jackson, and Torrey Hunter. With Alex Avila doing the catching for Rick Porcello. Tigers 5th in the American League in fielding percentage. Now the look at the curveball.
There's that hook. You know, he scrubbed that slider and has gone to the hook. More strikeouts this year than any other year. But ultimately, he's a sinker baller. I mean, he's looking for ground balls. He's one of the best sinker ballers in the game. You're going to get your hits. That's probably why he's going to love Iglesias playing shortstop for him. Get a lot of work from him.
This is line foul. On the right field line, out of play. Ellsbury flies out to the warning track. Victorino strikes out. Now Pedroia down on the count 0-2. And a ground ball. Iglesias to his left. We're just talking about him, and there he is. Throws out Pedroia to end the first inning. The 1-2-3 first for Porcello. No score. By DCU. NESN's pregame coverage of the Sox begins an hour before every game. DCU, Digital Federal Credit Union, banking the DCU way. Well, second inning back at Fenway Park as we are scoreless, and a Miguel Cabrera fan probably had said that Miguel's not in the starting lineup tonight for the Tigers. Ryan Dempster back on the hill through 15 first inning pitches, and Andy Dirks leads it off here for the Tigers. Dirks, Kelly, and Infante to bat here in the inning. The platoon going on in left field for the Tigers, and Dirks in there against right-handers primarily. So he chops it foul over by the Red Sox dugout. We saw Matt Tuiasosopo play last night's game. He's got some power. Did not connect last night.
Boy, Lester ate him up. I mean, if there's one guy that you picked out last night that he just ate alive, that was Tuiasosopo.
Pedroia at second base, slides to his left and throws out Dirks. So one down here in the second inning. So one out in the inning, and they'll bring up Don Kelly at 235. 5 homers and 22 runs batted in. He was 1 for 4 in last night's game, and he takes strike one. He has played 8 different positions during his Tigers career. Pitcher, catcher, first base, second base, third base, left field, center field, right field. This is set foul off the left. That's when
versatile was versatile, right? I mean, you never see that. I mean, it's unbelievable the guy can go from the outfield to the infield for me. I mean, that's tough enough as it is.
Why never shortstop, though? I don't get that. You can play third and play second. And,
I don't know.
Mix to the middle.
Yeah, why not?
The pitcher-catcher thing, I would think, would be a further stretch. Might as well round it out.
I guess.
I mean,
little lanky, tall, lanky kid. He's got a little power.
And since the beginning of June, he's hit at 280. A 1-2 pitch. And take that high for ball 2, 2-2.
Didn't he hit a big home run in that playoff series last year against Oakland in Detroit? Because it was kind of a shocking home run that was hit in game 2, and you did the series. That's the only reason why I asked you.
Series, and I don't know.
I know. That's why I asked you.
Popped up right side. Pedroia steps on the outfield grass and makes the catch for the second out. You're in the second inning. Well, Dunkin' Donuts is proud to give back at every Sox home game. Dunkin' hosts a nonprofit children's organization. Tonight we welcome the Home for Little Wanderers from Brighton, Mass. to historic Fenway Park. Dunkin' Donuts committed to the community. A comfortable night to be sitting out there tonight at Fenway. Is nice day here today in Boston. Blue skies as we head into evening now. This is driven to deep left field. High, far, and deep, but foul. Off the bat of Omar Infante, making a bid for his 10th home run of the year.
Boy, a little too quick, but a fastball. I've seen a lot of fastballs these first 2 innings, and you see Infante gets on top of this one and just a little too quick. He's got some pop.
Reaches out and pokes it foul. 0-2.
You got to wonder every time Dempster goes out to the mound, especially the last 2. You know, Buchholz has got a rehab start tomorrow, I believe. So I don't know how that lines him up. Buchholz may pitch in Tampa if it goes the way it goes, and you wonder, what do you do with Dempster?
We were talking a little bit about that. I mean, what do you do? I mean, is there? You mentioned all the off days. I think the first thing you may think about is giving some guys some time off a little bit here. Maybe thinking about a 6-man rotation, maybe. But you get so many off days, you can't do it.
Yeah, that's the problem. The problem is too many off days, and you don't need that much time. It's a day here and a day there, but it doesn't work that way.
1-2 pitch is just outside. Close pitch.
Boy, he's doing a nice job with his fastball early on in this game. First time through the lineup, hasn't had to throw a lot of split fingers. He would like to have had that pitch.
Swing and a miss. Second strikeout for Dempster. David Ortiz will get it started when we come back to Fenway in the scoreless game. Papi makes his way to the plate, and look at the heat zone for Big Papi.
Well, you see the 380 average against the Tigers the last couple of years, and you see why. Balls middle, even outside part of the plate he can get to, and you see upstairs he cannot. But you could probably put this chart him with a lot of ball clubs in those zones in particular. But the one I see, the 600 out there up and away, is a pretty good stat for him. Says he can get to a lot of balls.
1-2-3 first inning for Porcello on 9 pitches as he misses outside to David Ortiz. 310 the overall average, 24 home runs, 85 runs batted in. 5 for 27 during this homestand, which will come to its conclusion tonight. Ground ball shift is on, and a long way out there is Infante. The off balance throw is in time. Still able to get enough on it and retire David Ortiz at first base.
Kind of a lazy ground ball. You see, takes Infante quite a while to get to it, but he does get rid of it in a hurry. Has enough on it to get David easy.
So one down here in the second inning. Daniel Nava coming up. It's at 298, 10 homers and 56 runs batted in. Back in left field today for the Red Sox. He'll take strike one.
Just not a whole lot of history. You see, we talked about Ellsbury being 6 for 7 off of him, but everybody else, 3 guys have never faced him. An 0 for 3 here, or 1 for 4 there. I mean, just don't play the Tigers all that often. And I knew he didn't have a lot of success against the Red Sox going in. You wondered, a lot of those guys are gone that probably wore him out, because this team has changed. Our team has changed, obviously, over the last year.
You had me concerned before talking about Don Kelly's home run in the postseason.
Was it him?
Made me very nervous. No, not last year. The year before.
Is that what it was?
I did last year's series and I don't remember it, which is, that
That's
happens
good.
all the time to me.
You're right then.
No, but I didn't do it. It was the year before. He had a home run, which would have been 2011. In the left, this one drops in, and reaching first base run of the night for the Red Sox, Daniel Nava with a 1-out single here in the second inning.
Little flare to left field. A lot of teams have Nava to pull, and they play him straight up. The third baseman's over a little bit, but he just dunks this ball in front of Dirks to continue that streak. Is that streak over that he had consecutive on base starts?
No, he walked in the 8th.
So it ended last night.
No, he walked in the 8th last night, so he reached.
It was on base, so he reached.
Yes.
That's the whole thing, reached.
39th straight game that he has reached, beginning back on June 22nd. Longest active streak in the majors at the moment. He's hit 353 along the way coming into tonight's game. It was the third longest streak in the American League overall. Miguel Cabrera had 44 games, and Mike Trout had 40 games earlier this season. It is the longest by a Red Sox player since Kevin Youkilis' 44 games back in 2008. And one pitch runs in for a ball.
But you weren't sure off the top of your head when it said home run by Kelly.
Never really
but it was 2 years ago. I knew he hit a home run, but I thought it was last year.
You know how all the games blend together?
Don't they?
I know you don't do this every day.
I know, but the playoff games I usually remember.
Yes. Me too.
Yes, it must have been against the Yankees. I think that's who they played the year before. I'm not quite sure on that either. Who knows? Who cares? I get hung up on it. I just do. Johnny Versatile. That's what his name is.
Yes, he is. Joe Madden would love to have him on the Rays.
Oh, yeah.
He loves that type of player.
Zobrist type.
2-1 is jolted out towards right center. Austin Jackson gets over quickly to make the catch. And a good jump. Appeared to be a gapper at first, but Napoli ends up lining out to Austin Jackson. We'll head to the 5th annual Fenway Park Bridal Festival this Sunday with special guest Randy Finoli from Say Yes to the Dress. The event features wedding professionals from across New England help you plan your perfect day. Couples will also have the chance to enter a free raffle for the opportunity to win one of 4 wedding ceremonies right here at Fenway Park. Tickets are available now at redsox.com/bridal or by calling 617-226-6792. 2 down, a runner at first, and a first pitch strike into Stephen Drew.
You know, Middlebrooks gets all the credit last night for that base hit up the middle, but last night the double by Drew set the whole thing up. Got a high changeup, one hop the bullpen, and then you saw Scherzer punch out Ross and then hang a breaking ball to Middlebrooks.
I was going to say the pitch to Middlebrooks was kind of a mistake pitch, was it not?
Oh, the worst pitch he threw all night. I mean, that cost him the game. Middlebrooks looking for a slider. Because that guy, Scherzer, can make guys look silly. Got throttling gas. He's throwing from 92 to 97, and that biting slider.
And the Red Sox deal him just his 2nd loss of the year. This is driven deep and far to right down the line, and it is gone. 2-run home run right up over the pole. A 2-run shot for Stephen Drew, and the Red Sox take a 2-0 lead.
As soon as he hit it, you knew it was gone. It's just a matter of could he keep this ball fair. It's a high fly ball right down the line. Get a smile out of Drew. Unbelievable. Fastball in, and he leaves. You see a little back leg here. That is his stroke. That is Stephen Drew's stroke. Right over the top of the foul pole, deep into the seats. 2-run bomb.
Mike Machlinski, the first base umpire, got a good look right down the line. And Stephen Drew connects on his 12th round tripper of the year to put the Sox on top 2-0.
You don't see him smile very often.
No.
He's smiling ear to ear. Thank you very much.
And David Ross Back-to-back starts for him. Lower back problem right now for Jared Saltalamacchia, keeping him out of the lineup again today and perhaps tomorrow. The Sox have now hit 141 home runs this season. With it, Hess and Hess Express donate another $500 to the pediatric trauma program at Boston Children's Hospital. It brings the season total to $70,500. Hess and Hess Express committed to helping the cause. So Drew made solid contact last night against Scherzer. Solid contact here against Porcello with a 2-run shot.
Boy, he is feeling good tonight. You're seeing smiles galore.
Swing and a miss. And Ross strikes out to end the inning, but the damage done. That man hits a 2-run shot. Sox lead it 2-0.
Lead going into the top of the third here, and at this point of the season there are so many bumps and bruises for all the players, including some of the key Red Sox players. So for our AT&T text poll question of the night, we want to ask the fans at home, who do you feel is the most important at this point in the season to feel 100%? So text your vote to 536-536. Select A for Clay Buchholz, B for Ellsbury, C for Saltalamacchia, or D for Shane Victorino. Message and data rates may apply. Vote throughout this game, our post-game coverage, and we'll reveal the winner tonight on NESN Sports Today. Don?
All right, Jane, thank you very much. Keep an eye on this throughout the night.
We need to feel 100%, don't you?
Yes, oh, definitely.
Man, you're getting deep into this season. It's starting to get to you, isn't it?
Game 141.
Yes.
Not counting. This September is going to be a lot of fun, though.
Yes, it is. Compared to last year? Are you kidding me?
Yes,
my goodness.
That was not so much fun.
Not at all. I've never seen anything like it for the last, 10, 12 years, whatever it was.
This is my 13th season. Last year
was the worst.
I don't remember another year like that where you're kind of out of it by, July? I mean, you're looking at it.
Man, I never thought it would be in that situation. I just doing the pre-post game stuff. And it's sort of hard not to say anything bad.
Mm-hmm. Don't want to be negative.
Don't want to be negative. But it was all negative.
No,
you know me, I'm not negative at all.
No,
I'm just a positive guy all the time.
Glass half full.
Yeah.
Well, tonight you get another test deck. You get to get on another plane.
Oh, it's great. Can't wait.
You're heading on another road trip.
It's exciting. New York.
The 1-2 pitch.
I used to love New York when I was 20. Right? When I first got to the big leagues, I couldn't wait till the game was over. You know what I mean? Like the game couldn't get over fast enough when I was 20.
Which was a better road trip for you, New York or Chicago?
Wow. New York. But I liked Boston, too, before I got here.
Oh.
This used to be a nice road city. And it was Boston, New York, Boston, Chicago.
For sightseeing and going to museums. And
yeah, late
like
night oiling. Just, I mean, I was young, man.
Yes.
I was ready. 20 years old. I mean, it's exciting. I mean, it's not like I didn't care what happened on the field. Believe me, I did. I was a starting pitcher. I only had to pitch once every 5 days.
Just wanted it over.
I wanted, let's go.
Yes.
The games weren't as long as they are now then.
No.
Like
2.5, 2:40.
Things have changed.
Add an hour onto that. You really cut into your museum stuff.
Yeah.
Sightseeing.
But New York was incredible when you were a kid. Because I was from California. I never knew what a big city was, until I played ball. I thought Cleveland was a big city.
Avila strikes out. That's 3 Ks for Dempster. Looked like the slider that time to get him.
He's had a good slider tonight. See back-to-back punch-outs with this slider down and in. Avila has no chance.
Last whiff brought to you by Head and Shoulders. One down, 5 in a row. Tied by Ryan Dempster. Here's Jose Iglesias. We'll take strike 1.
Doesn't seem as exciting tonight as it was last night, does it?
Might be the pitching matchup.
It has to be. It has to be. Because I'm not feeling it. I mean, that 2-run home run is a beautiful thing to get the Red Sox going. They got to win this series. Been on a roll last 5. This will be 5 series in a row. Stephen Drew got him going with a bomb. That ball was way back.
The Red Sox with a 5.5 game lead over the Rays. The Rays were victorious last night in the return of Matt Moore. There's a bunt bid down the third baseline and barehanded throwing and not in time is Middlebrooks. Iglesias has been doing a lot of that this season. We saw it here in Boston, and he's continued it in Detroit with the Tigers.
That's a good idea. That's exactly what he should do. He bunts it a little bit too hard, but still Middlebrooks is just a little too far back. He makes the running throw, but nothing on it. And Iglesias can get out of that box, and we know how he is. He can scoot out of that box. That first step is going to first base. It's not like your normal right-handed hitters with the big swing, and he's going to patent that bunt before he's done playing.
And 6-game hitting streak now for Iglesias. There are the updated numbers. As he's aboard here at first with 1 down, back up to the top of the order, and Austin Jackson struck out swinging in the first inning.
Boy, last time up, Jackson swung at a fastball right down the middle, 90 miles an hour. By him. Like, he wasn't even awake.
Toss to first and back to the bag is Iglesias.
Talking to the people in Detroit before the game, and they are loving Iglesias. They've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, they absolutely love the deal. Everybody I've talked to from the Tigers, they are thrilled to have him.
To me, for them, it works out like a 10.5 D, man. It fits perfect, right? Perfect fit. Because you're watching Peralta. Peralta's an offensive shortstop. He just was. He didn't have any range. It's amazing how they got it done defensively with Cabrera and Peralta.
Do you get a sense for whether or not they will welcome him back when the end of his suspension comes to an end?
Well, Dombrowski the general manager had said, all these nice, kind things about him.
Moves to right field. That's going to get in for a base hit. Over is Victorino. Heading for third is Iglesias. He'll get there. And diving back to the bag at first was Jackson. He kind of rounded it, then had to retreat in a hurry. So that throw was cut off from right field.
You see Iglesias challenging the arm of Victorino. This ball's hit on a line, and Victorino gets to it. Little one hop. You think he's got to have a play at third base, but that throw didn't have much on it. Kind of one hopped Drew. It's not what we're used to seeing out of Victorino.
So first and third, 1 down, and Torrey Hunter coming up. Another 6-game hitting streak. Austin Jackson has a 6-gamer. Jose Iglesias a 6-gamer. They're both on here with 1 out. Towards second base, softly hit. Pedroia will go to first base for the out, and a run scores. Iglesias comes in from third. The Tigers are on the board. Hunter will pick up an RBI and the ground out to second base as Jackson takes second.
Ball just hit too weakly to try to turn a double play. And this is buzzard luck. This fastball away, you'd think he hit it firm enough to turn it, but Pedroia only has one play, and that's an RBI by Hunter.
So 2 down, and Prince Fielder. Infield hit in the first inning, just kind of dribbled it down the third baseline. All Drew could do is pick it up as they were in the shift, not fully shifting this time. And pitcher is going to miss for ball one. Two runs, 2 hits, no errors for the Red Sox. A run on 3 hits and no errors for the Tigers. Inside for ball 2. Well, Tampa Bay will be back in Los Angeles again tonight, take on the Angels as they continue their West Coast trip.
They seem like they've been playing the Angels for 7 days, doesn't it?
Yes.
Forever. And then, by the time you find out what the score is, it's like, who cares? You play on the West Coast, it's like you're in another world. I was out there for like 10 years. Nobody knew what was going on.
This is driven to deep right field, down towards the corner. It is fair, and it is gone. A 2-run home run, and with it, the Tigers take the lead. We was talking about the lack of power for Fielder. No lack of power there. There's a 2-run shot. Tigers on top.
Well, that's the 4th home run he's hit off of Dempster. Try to nibble a couple of times and then throw him behind in the count. 2-0. He goes to the slider, but he doesn't get it down enough. It just sort of spins, and he knows what to do with this. This is a little small home run for Fielder. He just hooked it around the pole, because he can hit some monster shots, but that was a ball he should have hit out.
So 2 down, bases empty now, and Victor Martinez, he takes a pitch down and away. Victor reaching on a fielder's choice in the first inning. This one fouled off of David Ross.
Obviously, Dempster has to be careful with his stuff. It's like he doesn't throw really hard. He's got to paint with his fastball. Be careful, but he's got a real good split finger. And then the slider, he had a couple punch outs with that slider, and then bang, throw one bad, and it cost you.
Grounder foul over by the Red Sox dugout and just above it.
You get a 2-run lead and you go back out there and give up 3.
It's after 2 pretty good innings for Dempster to begin his outing tonight. First 2. And runs into trouble here in the third. Fly ball foul down the left field line, out of play. On deck, Andy Dirks with the Tigers batting here in the top half of the third inning. Fouled straight back, and we'll do it again, 1-2. We were talking about who could possibly go to the bullpen for the Red Sox. They're talking about Felix Dubron, a guy who has been there before. Could he go back? But you get somebody lefties out there already.
Right, but if you're only going to have 4 starters, you're not going to have 5 starters ever. You're going to have 4. We've got 6. So now 2 have to go out there. So it could very well, obviously, Dempster will probably go out there, and I don't know. You never know. There's too much time left. You got to see how Buchholz is thrown to begin with.
1-2 pitch down the left field line, and again will go foul.
But they got Dempster to eat some innings, right? And you give them some innings. I mean, for the most part, he's been healthy. He's run his act out there. He's given him 150 innings coming into this start. He's had some bad outings, and he got on a bad roll, and he really hadn't had a chance to get himself out of it.
And tonight marks his 27th start of the year. Comes in at 7-9. And trying to get on the same page here with David Ross.
I mean, he's just not the type of pitcher that's going to shut you out. I mean, he's the type of pitcher that's going to go out there and go 6 innings and give up 3 runs.
So a quality start.
Right. I mean, that's pretty much what he is. But once again, a quality start is a 4.67 ERA almost.
He has a 4.75 ERA.
There you go.
And not pitched in the postseason since 2008. As the pitcher missed inside. And evens at 2-2.
That splitter just floated in there, didn't it? This ball never dipped, never did. He's looking for something, and the ball just floats in there. I'd want it.
On the ground, foul just beyond the Red Sox dugout. Things at 2-2.
But Dempster came over here. He went to Texas last year on purpose. He went there
by choice.
By choice. He goes to the American League, goes to Texas, right? Then he comes over here. He could have went a lot of places.
If you were a pitcher today and the National League was an option,
I'm going to the National League, period. See you.
Every day of the week.
Every day of the week. Although this is a great situation. His chance to win, a ring. He's never gotten a ring. I mean, that's huge. And as long as he's been in the game and not have a ring, it just goes to show you how lucky you have to be. I'm trying to think. He didn't get a ring with Florida. I should know this.
No, his first year in Florida was 1998.
They won it in 03.
Right.
Was he there in 03? We'll have to find out.
He was in Cincinnati in 03.
Thank you. Thank goodness. I didn't want him to have a ring that I didn't know about.
3-2 pitches fouled back out of play.
Because I've got him here wanting to ring. I don't want to.
You are not afraid to fire out questions.
No, I've got to be careful. But I was right. He didn't have a ring.
No ring.
No ring. Cincinnati, 2003, because he was one of the big guns for them. Remember? Penny was Brad Penny.
Beckett.
They had some arms.
Beckett, A.J. Burnett.
Right.
And of course, both Beckett and Penny ended up here.
Everybody comes here.
And the 3-2 pitch. Martinez chops it on 2 hops out to Pedroia at second base. That'll end the inning, but a 3-run inning for the Tigers. 3-2 Detroit. Parker special night here, and Jenny had the chance to catch up with John Grady, the CEO of the 99 restaurant.
I am now joined by John Grady of 99 Restaurants, and it's 99 night here. Can you tell our fans at home what exactly that means?
Well, this is our 12th year with the Red Sox. They've been great business partners for us over the years. And tonight we celebrate kind of a partnership with the Red Sox, and also with our organization we do a lot of fundraising for, which is Pine Street Inn, which is New England's largest homeless shelter, Dana-Farber, Jimmy Fund, which we all know about, and also the Boys and Girls Club. So pregame we presented checks to all three organizations. In total we presented checks for about $1.2 million.
That's unbelievable. And you have a lot of people in attendance tonight. Who is going to be here at Fenway?
Well, we have 99 Boys and Girls Club members joining. It's always a fun night for them. We also have 100 guests that won Green Monster seats, and that's always a fun night for them to be out there. They won that through the Pine Street Inn raffle we did last winter. We also have about 100 team members here, hard workers that helped us raise that money, but also were top performers for us, and some of them got to throw out the first pitch tonight as well.
Now, what is new with the 99 Restaurants? What else, fans at home going to 99, can they expect?
Well, the summer's winding down, which we know, but there's still time to get your lobster rolls at the 99. Of course, we have the traditional colossal lobster roll and then the hot buttered lobster roll. And this year, for the first time, the hot buttered lobster roll outsold the colossal. And then we have our new menu coming up in September. We have some new items coming out. We have a Vermont cheddar cheeseburger. How New England is that? With a maple mayonnaise. We have a cod bruschetta with real New England hearty casserole dish with roasted potatoes. And, of course, our non-real size entrees for $9.99. Brought back a couple favorites, especially the chicken and sausage al forno, which was a huge fan favorite. So that's coming back.
Thank you for being here, John. Have fun tonight.
Thank you, Jenny. Thank you.
All right, Jay, thanks very much. One down here in the bottom of the third inning. Will Middlebrooks grounding out to second base for the first out of the inning. And Jacoby Ellsbury 0 for 1 gets a second look at Rick Porcello as he flied out to the warning track in left field. Manny Burks made the catch out there right up against the wall.
Porcello's got to be feeling good. Goes out losing 2-0, comes back 3-2. He's going for his 12th win tonight. That had 5 starting pitchers with at least 12 wins. Says a lot about that starting rotation. Probably the best in the game.
Breaking ball missing up and away, and it is 2-1. When you take a look at the type of game we had here last night, and that is exactly the type of game you expect from a playoff game.
Especially piecing an inning together like they did in the 8th inning.
Yeah.
You don't see that very often. And I think, like Farrell was saying.
High drive to deep right field, down the line towards the corner, and it's gone. Just into the first row of seats for Jacoby Ellsbury. 8th home run of the year for Ellsbury, and the Red Sox tie the score. Second time they've used that right field corner tonight.
This could be a Fenway home run down the line. It's not a pesky pole home run, but you see Hunter can't get there soon enough. It's a little change up that he lifts, and you're hoping that he pulls it a little bit to wrap it around that corner, but Hunter couldn't get there in a time. That ball is just in the first row of seats.
Ellsbury now 7 for 9 against Porcello. Ground ball foul off the bat of Shane Victorino. And the Sox have now gone deep 142 games, or 142 times in 2013. With it, Hess and Hess Express donate $500 more to the pediatric trauma program at Boston Children's Hospital, bringing the season total to $71,000. Hess and Hess Express committed to helping the cause. And one pitch is grounded foul outside of third.
You see Ellsbury over there talking about a little change up. He stayed down and got it. And I'll tell you, does that ball go out of any ballpark, a normal ballpark? I wonder. It's really iffy because most ballparks are what, 325 down the line? I think it would have been trouble. I think it would have been a double. I don't think Hunter could have got to it in any other ballpark to where it was placed and where he was playing him.
It again is Shane Victorino. It's happening a lot. And it happens again. We talked about where he stands on the right side, how often he gets hit, and he gets hit again.
I'd have more padding if I was him, if I'm standing that close to the plate. Fastball that's really not all that far inside. You see, if he lined it up straight up, he just doesn't get out of the way.
Look where he is standing. I mean, he is right
that
there.
ball didn't even run in. It was just maybe 2-3 inches inside. He forces you to throw the ball away.
So Victorino at first base, and a first pitch ball inside to Dustin Pedroia.
You remember when Porcello hit Euclid, about 4 years ago? And Euclid charged the mound. He thought he did it on purpose. I think a lot of people did. A little melee out there, and then Euclid got suspended. It was not a pretty sight. And at the time, Porcello was a rookie. That's why I didn't think he meant to do it. Remember?
I remember that now. I remember it's all come back to me now.
Yeah.
You're saying that guy's not that cool, you kept saying.
Yes, and I kept thinking, there's no way he hit him on purpose.
Right.
Well, Euclid didn't think so.
Yeah, I remember that.
But Euclid was so easy to hit, too, because he wouldn't budge inside.
And he would dive out over the plate, too.
Right, and then I still didn't think he was that.
I remember that conversation.
Remember, that kid's not too young. He's not that cool to be dropping guys on purpose.
I remember that.
Because he looked like, oh my goodness, he's charging the mound.
Yeah, here he comes.
He was surprised.
Well, Shane's 18 out of 21 on the year as he gains his lead. And by the pitch here with 1 out. Red Sox have tied the score. 3 aside. Jacoby Ellsbury, the solo home run. Grounded back to the mound. Porcello picks it, fires to second for 1, on to first for 2. What an exchange there as Jose Iglesias coming across the bag to end the inning with the DP. A home run for Ellsbury ties the score at 3-3. The official prediction game of Major League Baseball. It's free to download on iOS and Android. Download now at NESN.com/preplay and play along during every Red Sox game. Now the Red Sox with the run in the bottom of the 3rd inning have tied this game at 3 aside. We move to the 4th, and Andy Dirks with a swing and a miss. Dirks grounded out to second base in the 2nd inning. He is 0 for 1 in the game and down 0-2. Dirks, Kelly, and Infante to bat here in the 4th inning. And a swing and a miss. Dempster picks up his 4th strikeout.
Back-to-back good split fingers by Dempster. This is really his best pitch when he's got it working.
One down in the fourth inning. Don Kelly is 0 for 1. He popped out to second base in the second inning.
He just needs to show that fastball in. You don't try to throw a strike in there with that fastball. Just show that so he can throw a split.
Little check swing dribbler. It's picked up by Dempster. Kind of rolled his ankle and throws it away. And reaching at first base is Kelly. We'll see if Dempster's okay. Appears to be as he gets up. Appeared to slip there as he went to pick it up. And it's a base hit for Don Kelly. Seen a few of those tonight.
Yeah, it's almost like the hit by Fielder earlier, but he even hit it weaker. A little check swing, gets on the infield grass. When he goes to reach for it, his feet fall out from underneath him. I thought he had a chance for a second, but you see he just can't keep his balance, and he almost throws it into right field. Pedroia backing up.
One out base runner here for the Tigers in the fourth inning, and it'll bring up Omar Infante. He was a strikeout victim in the second inning. And strike one.
That's not really pretty. That breaking ball was kind of loose. One thing Detroit doesn't do is run. They just don't run. You think that Jackson, the guy who plays center field, would be running. He only has got 7 stolen bags. This is the only thing they don't do well is run the bases.
Kelly at first base has 2. This is a base hit down the left field line towards the corner. And Kelly heading for third base. Bobbled down there by Nava. They'll stop the runner at third. It's a double for Omar Infante, and very quickly it is second and third with 1 out for the Tigers.
You know, back-to-back ugly breaking balls. Got away with the first one. They called it a strike. But you're not going to get away with these kind of breaking balls. You see Middlebrooks playing even with the bag. That ball gets by him easy, and it takes a while for Nava to get to this ball and bring it in. Luckily, they hold up the run. There's no way he's going to score, but a double by Infante.
One down, second and third. Alex Avila coming up. Avila struck out swinging in the third inning. Started game 1, had last night off, and back in there again tonight.
This guy's sort of fallen off, hasn't he? Avila. He came on the scene. Yeah. He came on the scene a couple years ago, hit 295, like 19 bombs, 82 ribbies. Then last year just sort of, fell off a little bit, and this year even more. I know he had the concussion problems, but he's just not quite the same hitter.
Chops it foul. Defensively, he's always been superb.
Hit one big home run this year off of Perez in Cleveland, a 3-run bomb. There was a big game in that series, and they just wasted Cleveland all year long, where they end up 15-4 head-to-head against Cleveland, that being one of the games that was won late that sort of broke Cleveland's back.
He hit 295 in 2011. Almost gets hit as he jackknifes out of the way.
But he's got some power the other way. They kind of wore him out that one a couple years ago, catching all the time. They've got somebody else to go to this year. Pena's had a nice year for them, swinging the bat.
Tossing inside again, 3-1. Working towards the bottom of the order here for the Tigers. Avila now, Iglesias next. Batting out of the number 9 spot as Detroit bats here in the 4th inning.
This is classic Dempster, you know, trying to pitch out of trouble.
And there's ball 4. Down to first base goes Avila, a little bit high. Whether you're at home or away, Eastern Bank puts you first with mobile banking. Pay bills, check balances, transfer money, even deposit checks. All from your phone. Eastern Bank, here you're first. One down here in the 4th inning. Bases loaded now for the Tigers in this 3-3 game. Detroit threatening now.
Dempster's always on the edge, man, when he's out there. I'm telling you, he's a pitch either way of going bad or good. And this is it right here.
Tough way to live.
Tough to watch.
Iglesias reached on a bunt single his first time up as he takes strike 1. Came around to score the Tigers' first run in the 3rd inning.
See Pedroia playing halfway and drew back for a double play ball.
Popped up, foul ground. Napoli going as far as he can, but no play. Well back into the seats.
Might as well go talk about it. He doesn't get too many guys 0-2. He's usually behind in the count. What do we do now? It's 0-2. That's kind of different, isn't it?
Strange territory.
You know, nowadays, everybody, if you're ahead in the count, you know, you don't know. That's when you throw fastballs. You get behind the count, you throw off speed stuff. It's crazy.
It's all backwards.
It's all backwards. The whole thing's backwards.
Pitch in the dirt, 1-2.
He's got to make him chase something. I can't imagine him throwing any sort of high cheese here. I think that's out of the pitcher. I'm not sure.
How would you rate his cheese?
Mediocre. I'm going with sliders.
And a shot towards third base. Middlebrooks will go to second for 1 on to first. It's not in time. Run scores. In from third, Don Kelly, and the Tigers take a 4-3 lead. It was close at first, but they are unable to get Iglesias.
Well, Iglesias can get out of the box. Dempster got his double play ball. Slider down. Hits him a nice one hopper to Middlebrooks. Not a bad play. Gives it to Pedroia. He turns it there, but Iglesias is just too quick. You see, the exchange there is pretty quick. Pedroia's got something on it. Gets taken out, but Iglesias safe at first for an RBI. Bang, bang.
Well, he did get taken out at second base. So Infante ends up at third. The fielder's choice, the run in for the Tigers, back on top again, 4-3. And now Austin Jackson with runners at the corners and 2 down. And a half-hearted swing and a miss.
Boy, he looks bad on the fastball off of Dempster.
Infante at third base, Iglesias at first base, 2 down here in the 4th inning. And there's strike 2. Another one, back to back. 1 high, 1 low.
He's tricking him. Tricky cheese.
Next pitch will be his 75th. Fly ball down the right field line. Long run for Victorino over by the stands. Leaps and makes the catch. Goes into the seats. Shane Victorino pops out of the seats with the ball in hand. He does it all. Shane Victorino able to make the grab and bounces right out of the yard. Others first. Would be nice if your bank did the same thing with products that make life easier and a commitment to helping those in need. Here, your first Eastern Bank. Now back in Boston, where the Tigers have regained the lead again, on top 4-3 into the bottom of the fourth inning we go. Rick Porcello has a lead again, and David Ortiz leads it off here in the fourth. Rounded into the shift, his first time up here in the second inning. Out to check on Jose Iglesias with Jim Leland and the trainer in between innings. I did notice he was hobbling around a little bit during his at bat. Not sure what he may have injured, but appears to be a leg injury, and they checked on him. He stays in the game for now.
Well, he got down the line quick enough for that RBI.
Sure did.
But he gets out of the box, doesn't he?
He does.
Because that was a double play ball.
We saw all the infield hits he had with the Red Sox earlier this season.
And it's not like he can fly, right? He's not like a base stealer, that kind of blazing speed.
But he gets out of the box well.
Yeah.
Ortiz hits it high and deep to right. Back is Hunter. He'll watch it leave. Into the bleachers for Big Papi, his 25th home run of the year. And the Red Sox, just like that, tie the score at 4.
Haven't seen this from the Red Sox for a while. A little home run derby. This was no wall scraper.
1,999 hits now for Big Papi.
Somebody hit that red zone. Porcello hit the red zone. I'm telling you, ball right there, and he crushes this ball. It's just a matter of how many rows over the bullpen. Had him up about 10. I'd be proud of giving that ball up. You're going to give him up? Give him up way back.
You want big home runs.
Big home runs. Not scrapers. Just give me another ball. I can live with it.
Third home run of the night for the Red Sox. Drew Ellsbury and more recently David Ortiz ties the game again. Navas singled in the second as he'll take the strike. Avila couldn't catch it, but it's strike 2. 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Tigers. 4 runs, 4 hits, no errors for Boston. And a grounder foul. And for Porcello, a couple of leads, both starters, a couple of leads in this game, and just cannot keep it.
Yeah, this guy Porcello is a ground ball pitcher. To see him give up these kind of bombs is not like him, really. He's only given up 14 home runs coming in.
Strike 3 call. Now the spins out of the box and takes with him his second strikeout for Rick Porcello. First out of the inning as we check in with Jenny.
Well, Don, today is Autism Speaks at night here at Fenway Park, and I'm lucky enough to be standing next to Mary Davino. Mary, your daughter Rachel tragically lost her life in the Newtown, Connecticut Sandy Hook shooting, and we want to know why tonight you were able to be honored here on the field earlier. Why is tonight so important for you and your family?
My family, myself, and all of Rachel's friends decided after she lost her life in Newtown that we wanted to carry on her dream, that was to continue to help in the autism field, and by doing these walks and raising money for Autism Speaks, we feel like we're carrying on Rachel's dream.
And doing these walks, you had a walk in Waterbury, Connecticut for Autism Speaks, where Team Rachel raised $25,000. That is the most of any team in Connecticut. And we have a shirt up here. It says, "Be like Rachel." And if you could explain to me, what do you think that motto means for you personally?
Oh, for me personally, it means that we would be a person like Rachel was, and she would go above and beyond working with people in the autism community, not just during work time, but after work. She would host parties at our home, do gluten-free cooking for the people that came over that were on that specific diet, and she poured her heart and all her energy into doing whatever she could.
It seems like she had such a huge influence on the autism community in the 29 years that she was here, but to be able to raise money in her honor, what do you think that would mean to her?
I think she'd be doing a dance. She would be so happy that we are carrying on what she would have been doing herself.
Now, there is a walk coming up in Boston, and fans at home, you can go to autismspeaks.org to find out more about that. You can help and support Team Rachel there or start one of your own walks. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Don, back to you.
All right, Jane, thank you very much. Back-to-back strikeouts here for Porcello as he's able to get Nava and Napoli. After the home run by David Ortiz, and now Stephen Drew will take a pitch in the dirt for ball 1. Drew, his part of this home run attack here for the Red Sox tonight is 2-run shot, his 12th home run of the year in the second inning.
Boy, one part of this season with Drew, I know he came out of spring training late and what have you, and then went back to the DL, right, at some point. And to see his numbers right now, the average doesn't seem like much, but he came out of nowhere, and to see the home runs coming up, he's almost in the teens in the home runs, and the RBI is close to 60 right now. He's having a nice year. A lot of doubters out there. There's a lot of doubters with the Iglesias thing when he was here because he was so hot. That is all forgotten. Obviously, with Iglesias doing his thing with Detroit now, we have PV, and Drew's doing his thing at short too.
Well, you think about it, that really took him a while to get it going, but he really didn't have spring training as a result of that concussion situation in spring training.
No, and he punched out a lot, didn't look good at the plate. I mean, he's got a big swing at times, but he's got some pop. That's why he's got a bigger swing. But he's had some clutch RBIs.
Takes a 3-1 and will take the walk here with 2 down in the inning. That's the first walk given up by Rick Porcello of his outing. Well, Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center, the official hospital of the Boston Red Sox, invites you to join the walking club. Sign up today and get a cool wristband plus everything you need to start a walking program for better health. Find out more at bidmc.org. 2 down, Drew at first base, and David Ross, the batter. Well, struck out swinging in the second inning. He's 0 for 1. 4 strikeouts in the game for Rick Porcello. Works from the stretch now. 2 down and a runner on. There goes Drew, and a little bloop here into shallow right. It's falling fast and in for a hit. To third base goes Drew. A little hit and run here for the Sox, and it's first and third with 2 down.
Not such a bad thing to try. Drew on the run, and Ross is having a tough time getting going to begin with, and he gets a fastball in and does nothing with it. Hits it off his fist. You see Infante try to deke Drew at second base to hold him up, but the ball falls in front of Jackson out in center field, and Drew goes on to third base, but there's 2 outs.
First and third, 2 down, and Will Middlebrooks, the batter, he grounded out to second base in the third and gets the first one foul off of Vila.
A sinker there, swings over the top of it. Don't know exactly where it got him. It's either the umpire or the catcher gets hit nightly.
On the ground foul over by the Tigers dugout. 0-2.
That's that good sinker. You can't do much with that pitch. Biting down and in. That's all you can do is pull a foul.
First and third, 2 down. Tying go-ahead run at third base here for the Red Sox as they had tied it up to begin this inning on the home run by David Ortiz. Now looking to take the lead here again. It's been a back and forth battle here so far tonight between the Red Sox and the Tigers. Drew at third, Ross at first. We're at 2 down.
Why he's throwing the first is beyond me. Ross is going nowhere.
Off the outside edge for ball 2.
Ooh.
You want that?
Well, looked good, but his ball's outside, but didn't it look pretty good? He took a couple steps off. He took a couple steps off. I mean, I wasn't the only one that thought it was a strike.
2-2 pitch. Middlebrooks will take ball 3. Had been down 0-2. He battles back here. Full count. Drew at third. Ross at first. 2 down. A run in.
See if Middlebrooks can drive a ball. Gets a pitch to hit.
Almost hit him, but he makes contact. He's running in.
That ball would have hit him in the chest. This is a sinker that doesn't sink. It goes the other way. It goes sideways. It's chasing him. Look at this. Oh, my goodness. It would have hit him in the arm. Thank goodness he hit it.
Talk about fighting it off foul.
That's not even a thumb ball. That ball is in your chest.
And Jim Leland out here to talk to home plate umpire Jeff Kellogg.
You wanted to make sure he hit it? What's the complaint here? What's he asking?
Seemed like Jeff Kellogg said foul ball.
Right.
So back he goes.
because that's it. If you get hit and you're swinging, it's not a hit by pitch. It's a punch out. And I've seen it before. Guys take full hacks and get hit in the chest. It's embarrassing.
He definitely made contact with that.
Yes.
Full count here. First and third. And a ground ball to shortstop. Iglesias will go to first base. And it ends the inning. David Ortiz with a home run to lead off the inning. Ties the score at 4. Any size, that's right, just 99 cents, any size, anytime, only at Cumberland Farms. Fifth inning, game tied 4-4. Tigers out hitting the Red Sox 6-5 as Torrey Hunter leads it off and takes strike one. Hunter 0 for 2. He's grounded back to the mound and grounded out to second base. Ground out to second, produced a run in the third inning. Broken bat liner caught by Pedroia. So Hunter 0 for 3 so far in this one. Brings up Prince Fielder. An infield hit, a little dribbler down the third baseline in the first inning, and then a 2-run home run in the third inning. His 22nd round tripper of the year. Red Sox defensively going into the shift against Fielder.
Had Dempster on the ropes last inning. Bases loaded. Only gave up 1 run on the double play ball that they couldn't turn by Iglesias, and made some good pitches to get out of the inning with Jackson, and then he's hanging in there. A little slider to Hunter, weak fly ball to Pedroia to lead off this inning.
Outside for ball 3, and it's 3-0. This ticket brings you the pitching line for Ryan Dempster. 4 1/3, 6 hits, 4 runs. He's walked a batter, struck out 4, and he's now thrown 80 pitches. While the 2-run home run to Prince Fielder in the third inning. 3-0 pitch is ball 4, and down to first base goes Fielder. It's the second walk given up by Dempster of the night. One out, one on. Martinez reached on a fielder's choice in the first, grounded out to second base in the third.
Dempster's in no hurry to pitch right now. Just threw 4 balls to Prince. A tough guy up to hit right now.
Generally slows it down when men are on.
Oh, unbelievably.
This is for ball 1, and that is 5 straight balls thrown by Dempster. So Ross will head out and talk to him.
You know, after that long gap of time, 12 days between starts, he pitched all right last time out. Like we said, had trouble in the first inning a little bit, so it wouldn't surprise me to him to have the kind of start that he's having tonight. Just very inconsistent, living on the edge. Velocity so-so. One good breaking ball, one bad breaking ball. Just trying to get his way through this somehow.
He's falling behind Victor Martinez 1-0. Red Sox infield a double play depth with 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. And Martinez to left, and it hooks right to Nava. Fires it back into first base all the way from left field, and back to the bag goes Fielder. So it struck well, but right at Nava in left field for the second out of the inning.
Well, that always helps. A little line drive at somebody. See Nava. Look at this attempt. A little double pump, trying to throw this ball all the way to first base. Takes 3 hops. Somebody's got to cut that off. That's ugly.
So 2 down, Fielder at first. He got back to the bag relatively easily.
I thought he was trying to gun him out. He was just throwing it in. It just happened to go all the way to first.
Andy Dirks 0 for 2. He's grounded out to second and struck out swinging. Andy Dirks, 27 years of age. Now his 3rd season with the Tigers. Jammed and pops it up around the bag. It's second. There's Pedroia. Makes the catch. It ends the inning. Dempster gets through the first 5. This game is tied 4-4. drive to deep right field, down the line towards the corner, and it's gone. Ortiz hits it high and deep to right. Back is Hunter. He'll watch it leave. Going to the bleachers for Big Papi, his 25th home run of the year. 4-4 game from Fenway Park as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. And the top of the Red Sox order, Jacoby Ellsbury, Shane Victorino, and Dustin Pedroia to bat in the inning. Ellsbury has flied out to the warning track in left, and of course the home run you just saw as he drives one foul off to the left. A defensive change for the Tigers. Ramon Santiago checks in at shortstop, so Jose Iglesias leaves the game with an apparent leg injury. This was him beating out a ground ball to first base. It led to a run. He had been kind of hobbling around the box prior to this, but really didn't show any ill effects to the end, perhaps. And Wentz is there. He ends up coming out of the game. He was checked on and stayed in the game the next inning. But now comes out.
He's been trying to leg out everything. Laid down a bunt the first time, so he's been airing it out down the first base line. Looked like his right side limping on.
Now Jacoby to left. Turk's going back, and he'll get there. Onto the dirt of the track to reel it in, but makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Second time Ellsbury has gone that direction. Second time Turks has made the catch on the warning track.
He's hit the ball hard 3 times, 2 to left, and the ball that just got out of here in the first row down the line, the right field line. 7 for 10 now off Porcello. A couple bombs.
One down in the inning for Shane Victorino. He has struck out and been hit by a pitch.
See Victorino hit by the pitch last time up and then leaped into the stands down the right field line. He's going to find himself like diving all over the joint, doesn't he? He loves to leave Earth.
He likes to run into walls.
He does.
Sometimes it's hard to find those type guys who like running into walls, but he does.
He just found his way into the seat right here. Looked like a easy fly ball. He leaps. A little ways from the wall there, but
I'm not sure he needed to go into the seats.
I don't know, but he needed to sort of brace himself a little bit there. Once he leapt for the ball, he had to come down, and he figured, might as well go in the seats. Might as well.
Stuff hurts in there, though. Yeah.
And this guy is just a tough kid, man. He just likes to play hard. He wants to go in the stands. I think he's looking for something he can leap into the stands and snatch. So he can line it up. I'm going to.
'70th pitch of the night for Porcello. And a miss downstairs. 2-2. Bilateral shin splints listed as day-to-day is Iglesias. So some shin splints.
What's been going on for a while. You don't get shin splints over just on one play.
Line into left center field. Base hit for Shane Victorino. One out single here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
He gets a fastball. He works on it. Gets the ball up and up over Santiago for a base hit, a 1-out base hit.
So second time Victorino has been on. He was hit by a pitch last time. Now he's got a base hit. There's Dustin Pedroia, who's 0 for 2 in the game tonight. He's grounded out to short, and last time out, grounded into a 6-4-3 double play. Check on first, and Victorino back to the bag.
18 stolen bases on the year. You think you give him a shot here at some point to steal this bag.
And tight to Pedroia, 2-0. Pedroia playing in his 140th game of the year. Have a possible 141 for the Red Sox this season. Tied for the major league lead in that category. To the first, and Victorino kind of late to react, but he does get back on the dive.
Pretty good move by Porcello. Quick feet. He's safe easy, but he's a concern of Porcello. He's missed on 2 pitches. Hanging breaking ball he threw on one of them.
Down the right field line, foul and out of play. Next pitch will be the 75th for Porcello here with 1 out in the 5th inning. Meanwhile, Dempster has thrown 85 through the first 5.
Well, this is the running count, 2-1.
And Victorino not running this time as it is fouled off at the plate, 2-2.
That sinker has a way of finding their fist when he gets the ball up like that. We saw what happened to Middlebrooks, almost got hit, and you see the same thing happened to Pedroia right there. He swung at that like it was a hit and run, like he had to swing.
Throw over, and again Victorino diving back. Porcello last year finishing under 500 individually. He was 10-12 a year ago and 31 starts, 14-9 the year before. His first year was his best year, 14-9 with a 3.96. A ground ball foul outside of third. Brian Butterfield flips it up into the seats.
Like I was saying before, in that 2009, his rookie season, he pitched that 1-game playoff game. I think it was in Minnesota. That's a huge game for a 20-year-old pitcher to pitch. Gotten a lot of experience postseason, being with a club like Detroit, always in it.
Tigers first round pick, 27th overall in 2007. Grounder foul down beyond the Tigers dugout, still 2-2.
A lot of trade talk about him in the offseason. A lot of interest. They ended up keeping him.
He's been on a total of 5 postseason games, 2 division series games, 2 league championship series games, and 1 World Series game. Came in relief in that game. As runner takes off, the throw down is going to be into center field. Victorino stands up and heads to third base. Throw is to the first base side of second. Victorino steals second. There'll be an error charged, and the go-ahead run 90 feet away with 1 out in the inning.
Avila might as well just eat this ball. He didn't have that good of a jump, but by the time he started to deliver this ball, it just sails into center field. Didn't get anything on this throw. If he had to do it all over again, I wouldn't even have attempted to try to throw him out.
That is the Red Sox 24th consecutive stolen base without being thrown out, going back to August the 9th. And for Victorino, he is 19th of the year. And third with 1 down. Infield in now all the way around for the Tigers. And Pedroia carves it foul. Third 3-ball count for Porcello. Just his second full count of the night. And a foul again. Pedroia stays alive, and this at bat will extend to a 10th pitch.
Can he foul some balls off or what? I
Yes,
mean,
he
he can have these at bats with the best of them. And you watch him fix his gloves for a half an hour, man, some of these at bats. Huh? I mean, everything's got to be just right. You ready? Let's go. Bounce around.
On the ground, foul outside of third.
Can't keep that sinker fair. Every sinker ball he's thrown him, he's yanked foul.
So far, a 7-minute at bat for Dustin Pedroia. It's been 10 pitches.
Shakes off everything to go back to the fastball in.
And Pedroia lines it to left. It is going to be caught in left. Throw to the plate is going to be not in time, and the Red Sox take the lead. Dirks made the catch before it hit the grass. And tagging and scoring is Victorino. Boston takes a 5-4 lead. They're going to appeal at third base, and he did tag up. So they check at third on the appeal. And tagging was Victorino, who did wait to make sure Dirks made that catch before he took off.
I mean, he took off so quick on this. He did get back. That ball was a linea. Nice play by Dirks, and almost looked like he trapped it. But he comes up throw, and this ball's off target, but headlong dive by Victorino. Avila trying to make a sweeping tag, but a line drive to Dirks. Picks it off the ground. Heaves this ball up the baseline. The sweep tag doesn't work because he hasn't got the ball, and Victorino scores a run. Pretty nice play by Dirks.
And 2 down in the inning. David Ortiz, the batter, with the bases now empty. And Boston back on top again. Big Papi with a home run in the 4th inning. David takes strike 1.
I mean, that's quick thinking. Line drive to left field. You got to hurry up and get back. Your momentum is really taking you back to the bag. And he scooted down. He got down that line. Not just anybody's going to score on that, even though the throw was bad.
This one squirts away, 1-1. I wasn't sure Dirks was going to make the catch out there in left. Looked like he was going to hit the grass first, but he did make the catch.
And he came up throwing.
Ortiz grounds it softly down the first baseline. Fielders got it, and that will end the inning. Red Sox get a run and take a 5-4 lead at the end of 5. FWWeb for expertise, selection, and solutions. Visit FWWeb.com for more about this proud sponsor of the Boston Red Sox. Well, the Red Sox have taken the lead 5-4. They pick up a run in the bottom of the 5th inning. Now Don Kelly leads it off here for the Tigers. Get the feeling we got a long way to go in this game. Back and forth we go. Kelly fouls it off to the left, even the count at 1-1.
Dempster seems like he's thrown 120 pitches, and it's only 87. Huh? That's when you're in trouble. That's what it feels like.
He was lunging after that pitch, and it's 1-2. Splitter fooled him.
One of his better splitters tonight. It's splitter paint down in the zone.
What?
Huh?
Splitter paint.
Splitter paint.
That's the first splitter paint I think we've had.
Yes.
In the dirt, and it's 2-2.
Little slider.
And it's strike 3. Right over the inside corner. And Don Kelly is strikeout victim number 5 of the night for Ryan Dempster.
Boy, he played with his mind. A little splitter paint, then a little slider. Look at this slider. Slider paint.
And the pitch on Nesson is brought to you by Amica. Amica Insurance. Great service, great coverage, and a great price for auto, home, or life insurance. One down here in the 6th inning. Omar Infante, the batter. Struck out in the 2nd, doubled in the 4th. He's 1 for 2. There's strike 1. Dempster gave up 3 runs in the 3rd inning, a run in the 4th. Now works here with 1 out in the 6th inning. There's been no action in the Red Sox pen. And a swing and a miss, 1-2. Keeping him off balance right now.
Yes, he is. I mean, he keeps that slider right down there. He's in business. You need somebody to swing at it, though, because it's a ball. Back to the splitter.
And a swing and a miss. Back-to-back Ks for Dempster, 6 in all.
Boy, you got to give Dempster credit coming back all the way. Slider, swing and miss. Splitter, down and away, swing and miss by Infante. Last time up, hit a double down the line. He hung him something. This time he didn't.
So 2 down here in the 6th inning brings up Alex Avila, who has struck out swinging and walked on the night. His 3rd plate appearance. And it's in the dirt for ball 1. Yankees have a 5-1 lead tonight over the Chicago White Sox during the 6th inning in New York.
That's Sabathia. They're needing him to come around. He hasn't been pitching very well at all.
And out of nowhere, the Yankees are 2.5 games back of the wild card teams, Oakland and Tampa Bay, to start the day. They have made a pretty good run here.
Yeah, everybody wants to play the White Sox. The White Sox stink. Although they played well coming in, didn't they? Had won, what, 10 out of 12 before they got here? And then we swept them, and the Yankees are about to sweep them.
And that is outside as Dempster falls behind 3-0. Here are the wild card standings.
Somebody let the Yankees back in because they were out of it. I thought they were just going to fade. And next thing you know, Soriano got there, and their pitching has always been good for them. It kept them to where they are, but now they're scoring runs, which they didn't do for 3/4 of the season.
That's a strike, 3-1. And Workman is just up in the Red Sox bullpen. We saw him pitch in a big spot last night, and a bit of an indicator of how the way John Farrell feels about him right now.
Well, I thought he was just going to have the whole inning, and then they pieced it together. It was the big part of the batting order is the problem. It's almost like a playoff game. You're just going to piece that one inning together and then go to your man, Uehara. He has been doing his thing, hasn't he? Man, he's exciting. He is exciting. I love when he comes into the game. For the longest time, you had Papelbon, right? That deliberate act, slow, deliberate, forever, right? In between hits, and then this guy, strike 1, strike 2, strike 3,
and it's over.
Yes, I love it. It's the manager's dream.
But we still haven't figured out how he's doing it.
Well, I tell you, that split finger is the most consistent split finger I've seen. It's always going down. He never leaves it up, out, over. And they can't pick up his cheese. They can't.
It's 89-mile-an-hour cheese.
I know, but they don't see it out of his hand.
Pitch number 100, and striking him out is Dempster. Kelly, Infante, and Avila all down by way of the K.
Bottom of the 6th, and congratulations are in order for Clay and Lindsey Buchholz on the birth of their second daughter, Landry Grace Buchholz, born this morning. Baby and family both happy and healthy, and Clay will be making his third and final rehab start for AAA Pawtucket tomorrow, expected to pitch between 75 and 80 pitches, and then he will return to the Red Sox after tomorrow's outing. Manager John Farrell said they will see what the next step is.
All right, Jay, thanks very much. Congratulations to Lindsey and Clay, and look forward to hearing about Clay's outing coming up here tomorrow.
Boy, that's hard to do. You have a baby coming, and in the midst of all this starting pitching and being here and being there.
Trying to figure it all out.
Wow.
Well, Daniel Nava leading it off here in the bottom of the 6th inning for the Red Sox. Dempster through the first 6 innings. He strikes out the side. One might be his best inning of the game last inning.
That was impressive. It really was. I mean, he's worked hard. He got out of that jam, and just with one run a couple innings ago, and he gives up 4, but he never quits. And he's got that strikeout capability. The strikeouts are always there when he's got that split working. And he did it. 3 splits, a slider, and 2 splits last inning.
It's Nava, Napoli, and Drew here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And he slices the foul off to the left out of play. And Porcello about to throw his 90th pitch of his outing here in the bottom of the 6th inning. There's been no action in the Tigers bullpen at any point tonight.
Looks like somebody's getting up for the Red Sox, though. And Workman has been up, hasn't he?
He was up last inning. Bouncing in, and it's 2-2.
You know, the job Workman has to do, he doesn't really know when he's coming in. You see last night, the 8th inning, and tonight he's warming up in the 6th. Not an easy thing to do. Last night, everybody knew what was happening. They called down and said, this is what's going to happen. You face him, whatever. But on a given night, Workman doesn't know when he's coming into a ball game.
Nava takes ball 3, full count. Mike Napoli waiting on deck. Red Sox batting here in the bottom of the 6th inning. In the dirt, ball 4, and down to first base goes Nava. Second walk given up by Porcello of the night. I'll remind you to stay with Nesson later after our Sox coverage for Nesson Sports Today, presented by People's United Bank. Adam Power and Leah Hextall bring you everything you need to know from the day in sports, including Rob Gronkowski's first media session from Patriots practice and a preview of this weekend's opener against the Bills. We'll also bring you to Bruins rookie camp and Mike Salk's Boston Buzz. It all comes your way on Nesson Sports Today following our Sox coverage. Al Albuquerque warming in the pen for the Tigers. First action we've seen out there in the pen.
It's about time, and this guy's not exactly dazzling on the mound.
Napoli to deep left field. Does it have enough? Dirks looking up, and it is going to be off the top of the wall. Dirks plays the carom. Napoli's headed for second, and he will get there standing. Second and third, nobody out. That nearly got out of here in left field for Mike Napoli.
You think every time he puts a swing on a ball like that, it's going to be over everything, and this thing sort of ran out of gas. He must have not got it on the sweet part of the bat. You see the ball sinking, maybe the end of the bat. He looked at it like it was a monster shot. This ball is skied, and it just never got there. Coming down quickly. 3/4 away off the wall. You put 2 on the board after that swing, I thought.
So second and third, nobody out, and they're going to put on Stephen Drew with first base open, and David Ross waiting on deck. And Ross is going to get called back. And Mike Karp comes out, so he'll be pinch hitting here after the intentional walk of Stephen Drew. This will be the third walk given up by Porcello, the first intentional walk of the night. So I would imagine that means Lavarnway will be coming into this game defensively unless Salty is okay.
Right.
Down to first base goes Drew. Bases loaded, nobody out. Let's send Jeff Jones out, the pitching coach. And wait till they announce Mike Karp here. He's waiting for that to happen.
Somebody announce him, or what's happening?
They have not yet. Jim Whalen wants him to make the announcement.
Bench hitting for Ross. Number 37.
They have.
Mike Karp. Here comes Jeff Jones. They bought Al Albuquerque some more time, too, in the pen. Well, only 9 home games remain during the regular season, so don't miss out on the action at Fenway Park. Tickets are available for the final homestand starting next Friday against the Yankees, Orioles, and Blue Jays. Get your tickets now for these great matchups by calling 877-RED SOX 9 online at redsox.com/tickets or visit the Fenway Park ticket office. Great opportunity here for the Red Sox to get some room in this game. On top 5-4, bases loaded, nobody out. And they're going to play it at double play depth. It appears in the middle, in on the corners.
They'd love a double play ball. Porcello would absolutely love it. Meanwhile, he's on the verge of getting his lunch. He's already 3/4 the way there.
Carp takes a pitch outside for ball 1.
He's giving up a run in every inning except the first.
98 total pitches on the night. And he falls behind 2-0. Good spot here from Mike Carp, the pinch hitter. Four for 16 this season for Mike Carp in this category. Fouls it back, and it's 2-1. Low for ball 3. And no place to put Mike Carp, the pinch hitter.
You got to get a ball here you could drive. Can't be trying to yank anything, a fastball away. Make him come to you.
Ball 4, and he walks in a run. From third base comes Nava. Red Sox take a 6-4 lead. And that's going to be the night for Porcello. He walks 3 in this inning and 4 in his outing as Carp picks up an RBI on the bases loaded walk. It's now 6-4 Red Sox on top. The pitching change from Fenway. Clean your business. WB Mason now delivers an all-star selection of janitorial supplies, delivering since 1898. Who but WB Mason? So the Red Sox have taken a 6-4 lead. They get another run here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Bases loaded with nobody out, and Will Middlebrooks the batter, as he'll take ball 1 from the new Tigers pitcher Al Albuquerque. His 44th appearance, 2-3 with a 4.76 earned run average, 57 strikeouts at 31 walks, and opponents hitting at .232 against him. Middlebrooks 0 for 2 in the game. Drives one to deep left field. High, deep, and a grand slam. Will Middlebrooks with his 12th home run of the year puts the Red Sox on top 10-4 with a grand slam.
Last night, the two big RBIs, base hit off of Scherzer, and tonight opens this game up. What a nice stroke by Middlebrooks. 1-0 fastball, and he loses this ball. With a beautiful stroke. Bases drunk. This ball's way back.
The 4th Red Sox home run of the night. And now a pitch up and away for Jacoby Ellsbury. 2nd career grand slam for Will Middlebrooks. Like we talked about it off the top, the Red Sox expected really all offseason that Middlebrooks would be smack dab in the middle of their lineup this season after what he had done last year in the 75 games. When wasn't the case, didn't work out the way they drew it up, but he's getting it done now.
He really is. I mean, he's thrown some hits out there since he's been called up. His average was there, but we really haven't seen the power. We saw a home run he hit off of Sabathia the other way once, but we've never seen a charge like that. This is what he did last year. Hit some balls, scalded some balls over the left field wall last year.
5th grand slam this season for the Red Sox. And Boston on top 10-4 as Ellsbury will ground it softly foul. So 4 of the 5 runs scored this inning are charged to Porcello. He's charged with 9 of the 10 in 5+ innings. And in this inning, 3 walks all turn into runs, one of them intentional.
That's a lunch job right there. He was hanging on us. He's 3/4 of the way there, all the way there. 9 earnies, 5 innings.
Full lunch.
Full lunch.
Ellsbury fouls it off his front foot.
You got to swallow 9 earned runs. That's a tough one.
It's a big lunch.
It's a big lunch. He'd been pitching so well for them. Won 7 out of his last 9 decisions. Not tonight.
Ellsbury takes a close pitch called low, 2-2.
That's what you call getting painted by the relief pitcher. He painted 3 on you. Granted, there's nobody out. But he took all the drama out of saving his runs. Just boom. Sorry, coach.
Defensive swing from Ellsbury. Still 2-2. Bounce in, and it's ball 3, full count. They're able to block it. He's had quite a night tonight. A couple of foul tips.
Yeah, this is going to hurt.
Oof.
Well, that gets underneath your chin. You're in trouble.
Brian Pena, the other catcher for the Tigers. Following last night's game. Payoff pitch. And a swing and a miss as Ellsbury strikes out for the first out of the 6th inning.
Well, he's got that put away slider. This is what he's known for. Down and into Ellsbury.
Amica Insurance, proud sponsor of the Amica Pitch Zone. First out of the 6th inning, and it brings up Shane Victorino.
Well, you get that guy feeling good about himself, and everybody's joining the party this year. Everything is going just nicely for the Red Sox. This homestand, they could make it 7-2 with a win tonight. They played so well at home this year. Exactly what they had to do is play the way they played. The best home record in the American League.
And Boston coming in with a 46-25 mark at home. And a swing and a miss here, 1-1.
Tonight being 22 games left, counting tonight. Hate to get ahead of yourself, but even you play 500 ball, you're going to win 94, 95 games.
Pitch inside, he gets hit again. Second time tonight.
I mean, he is a magnet. Anything inside, he doesn't even budge. Ball. This ball's in there, but he turns away from it. He doesn't mind really taking it.
The pinch runner for Victorino at first base. So Shane hit by his second pitch, and Quentin Berry is going to run for him at first base. He made his Red Sox debut over the weekend with the Red Sox. As here is Dustin Pedroia, who takes strike one. Dustin tonight has grounded out twice to short, and last time up hit a sac fly to left field. Picked up his 77th RBI of the year. Scored the go-ahead run at the time for the Red Sox, as it is popped up foul off to the right, out of play. We'll stay with us after the game for WB Mason's Extra Innings Live. Tom Karen and Tim Wakefield will break down the game, and Jenny will bring you clubhouse reaction. WB Mason Extra Innings Live. You can't go wrong when you buy right. WB Mason. Pedroia, the 8th member of the Red Sox, to bat here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Action for the Tigers. Jeremy Bonderman, their former starter years ago, and Jose Alvarez, a left-hander, up in the pen. There he is, strike three. Pedroia takes it, and that is out number 2 of the inning. Second strikeout for Albuquerque. Send it down to Jenny Dell.
Well, Don, I spoke with Quentin Berry earlier, and he said he knows he's in Boston for one main reason, and that is to be a pinch runner. He said at 28 years old, he's learned a lot when it comes to base stealing. He has an idea of what pitchers are trying to do, what coaches are trying to do, and what he's capable of doing. But he said the opportunity to be here with a winning ball club in a great city, he's happy to come off the bench any day and run anytime they need it. Don.
All right, Jay, thanks very much. Formerly of the Detroit Tigers.
Pretty good percentage, huh?
Yeah, not bad.
Not bad.
21 out of 21. David lines it foul into the seats. Ortiz grounded out in the second. He homered a solo shot in the 4th inning, and then grounded out in the 5th. Sitting on hit number 1,999.
That home run would have been nice for 2,000.
Ninth member of the Red Sox to bat here in the bottom of the 6th inning. It's been a 5-run inning to this point. Down low, 1-1. Sliding to his right is Avila, and it's 2-1. This is now the 5th batter that Albuquerque has faced since coming into the game.
Albuquerque is slider master. That's all he throws. He's got a crooked wrist. Everything goes slides.
Ortiz jacks it to center field, back towards the wall, and it's on a hop to the wall. It's hit number 2,000 for David Ortiz, and it's going to score a run. Red Sox take an 11-4 lead. Big Papi's hit 2,000 in his career.
He saved it from Fenway Park. Number 2,000 slider by Albuquerque, and he smokes this ball to dead central, and he one hops the center field wall. He does it with style. He doesn't hit a little flare for number 2,000. He hits a bullet off the center field fence.
Red Sox bat around. Daniel Nava will take strike one. Nava's been on twice tonight, a single in the second. He walked in the 6th inning. And he takes the strike, 0-2.
Well, that slump by Ortiz is long gone, isn't it? Was
Yes,
it
it
0
is.
for 23 or something? Since then, he's just lighting it up. Bunch of RBIs.
Foul tip at the plate, still 0-2. So that is the second run charged to Al Albuquerque, who comes into this game in the 6th inning. Grounder foul into the seats. Too far inside, 1-2.
What 6 runs can do for you. Put a 6th spot on the board. Takes the air right out of the game. Albuquerque did his job. Little grand slam piece.
Now a drive to deep right field for Nava. Back goes Torrey Hunter looking up, and that is gone. Beyond the bullpen and into the bleachers. It's home run night at Fenway. 2-run shot this time for Nava, and the Red Sox take a 13-4 lead.
My might as well join the party. Everybody's getting sliders. Nava gets his and plants it in the bullpen. 5 home runs by the Red Sox tonight. Barrage of home runs. You see the slider? Little liftage. This ball's got enough on it to get into the bullpen. Torrey Hunter says waves it goodbye. See ya. Don't hurt yourself. You were hard trying to snatch that ball. Sit down.
13-4. Red Sox have the lead. It's been an 8-run inning. $1,000 at the Jimmy Fund Radio Telethon for every game saved this season. For quality, choice, and value, nobody beats Bob. Visit mybobs.com to learn more. Well, it's been quite an inning for a lot of the Red Sox. It's been an 8-run 6th inning so far for Boston. Albuquerque chased from this game, and we'll see a third pitcher in this inning.
Boy, he got his lunch too. A couple bombs.
Jeremy Bonderman, the new pitcher for the Tigers, back with Detroit again. His 17th appearance, 2-4 with a 4.27 earned run average, 52 2/3 innings, almost as many walks as strikeouts, and opponents hitting at 246 against Bonderman.
He's found his way back to the big leagues, out for a long period of time with arm trouble.
Well, the Tigers starter. He misses inside for ball 1 to Mike Napoli.
Scary part of that home run by Nava was Uehara. I don't know if he was trying to get out of the way of it or he was trying to catch it in the bullpen.
This looked like he was trying to catch it.
Looked like he was trying to catch it. My goodness, don't hurt yourself out there.
In there for a strike, 1-1.
Red Sox go ahead of the Tigers in runs scored on the season. Red Sox up to 713. Tigers came in leading. They've got 707 now.
Red Sox with a total of 5 home runs in this game.
It's going to be a happy flight to New York, huh? Everybody went bridge. Everybody's happy.
Should be.
Should be.
Napoli strikes out, and that ends the 6th inning. A milestone at Fenway Park. Hit number 2,000 for David Ortiz, all part of an 8-run 6th inning. Stephen Drew, Jacoby Ellsbury, David Ortiz. Grand slam for Will Middlebrooks. And Daniel Novel's got a home run as well. Quentin Berry is now in right field for the Red Sox. And making his Red Sox debut is John McDonald at second base. Connecticut native, and Ryan Lavarnway now doing the catching, as David Ross was hit for in that last inning by Mike Carp, as Lavarnway in there behind the dish for the Red Sox. Ramon Santiago batting for the first time tonight, leads it off here in the 7th. This call to the bullpen is brought to you by New England Ford dealers. And Brandon Workman into the game here for the Red Sox after 6 innings from Dempster.
Boy, Dempster hung in there, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
I mean, that game got away from him almost, and he just sort of, the damage was just one run that one inning. To me, that was the inning. Bases loaded, double play ball by Iglesias, only got them 1 run. Meanwhile, he hung in there, gave up 4 in 6 innings. The Red Sox explode in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Ends up with 7 strikeouts, and that includes striking out the side in the 6th inning. As they get Kelly, Infante, and Avila. It ends up being the last inning he works. To left center field, Ellsbury racing in, but it's going to fall. And Jacoby plays it on a hop, and it's a leadoff single for Ramon Santiago. It's time for a Toyota game break. Here's Tom Caron. Okay, Tom, thanks very much. Back here at Fenway Park, it is 13-4. Boston on top of the Tigers. And a pitch in there for strike 1 to Austin Jackson. So 6 innings and 6 hits allowed tonight by Dempster. 4 runs. Walked 2 and struck out 7 before he departs. Chance for his 8th win of the year as he came in at 7-9. It's a ground ball left side. Drew will go to second base, get the lead runner on to first. Not in time, but a close play. Is at second base. John McDonald tried to turn it as quickly as he possibly could. He's as good as there gets in that regard, but can't get it done. Pretty close.
I'll tell you what, that was a great turn. I thought he was just going to take this play at first base, but Drew tries to go to the hard way, and I couldn't believe that McDonald tried to turn this thing. 1 is good enough, but he still tries to get it done. Close play. Jackson can run. Boy, he's been picking it a long time. He's had a great career defensively.
1 out runner at first for Torrey Hunter. Takes strike 1. Hunter 0 for 3 in the game. He's grounded out twice, and last time up lined out. Grounder foul down by the photographer's well beyond the Red Sox dugout on the first base side.
Boy, John Lackey's just pitched the wrong day, hasn't he?
Oh, my goodness.
The last inning is enough for 4 games for him. 8 runs.
Just a couple.
Just
like
a couple. Just a couple.
Handful. Swing and a miss. Elevating was Workman. He strikes out Hunter for the 2nd out of the inning. It's the 8th strikeout for Red Sox pitching tonight.
Workman makes quick work of Torrey. 1, 2, 3, blowing him away with a high fastball.
Amica Insurance, a proud sponsor of the Amica Pit Zone. 2 down here in the 7th. Runner at first for Prince Fielder. He's been on base 3 times in this game. Infield hit in the 1st. A 2-run home run in the 3rd, and then he walked in the 5th inning. He'll take strike 1.
these Tigers go on from here, to Kansas City, and on and on and on to really the weak division that it is. They end up not really getting challenged the rest of the season. Last year they got challenged by the White Sox up until about the last week of the season.
Yeah, they still have games left with Houston.
Right, so maybe that had a lot to do with why they played so well in the playoffs, because they were challenged up until the last day. They're going to cruise into this division. They did what everybody thought they were going to do. Well, they thought they were supposed to do that last year too, but it wasn't that easy for them. Last year at the deadline, remember they added Sanchez and Infante. Sanchez ended up pitching great for them in the playoffs, especially.
And Omar Infante returning to the Tigers. This is on the ground, and McDonald dives and catches and throws him out at first. John McDonald, welcome to the Red Sox. You and your glove are welcome anytime. Camp open today with all that and the Sox leading the AL East. It's a great time to be a Boston sports fan. It's everything you need to know on NESN Sports Today, presented by People's United Bank tonight following our Sox coverage. Well, good night to be out on the monster seats tonight, as the Red Sox have a 13-4 lead heading into the bottom of the 7th inning. Jeremy Bonderman back on the mound again for the Tigers. Porcello charged with 9 runs in the game tonight. Al Albuquerque in 2/3 of an inning charged with 4. Red Sox have put together 13 runs on 10 hits. Stephen Drew leads it off here in the bottom of the 7th. And this is into right center field. This will get down, sending Jackson all the way back as Drew is headed for second base, and he will cruise in with a double to open up the bottom of the 7th inning.
Well, here we go again. Fastball. Drew's all over it. Hits the ball in the gap. Thinking about 3 on this if it goes all the way through, but heads up with a stand-up double for Drew. 2 for 2 on the night. Home run, double, and take it to the house.
There's Xander Bogaerts running for him at second base. Tigers have several defensive changes to get you caught up on, as Ryan Lavarnway is coming up for the first time. Mike Carpet pinch hit for David Ross in the 6th inning as part of that 8-run inning. As Lavarnway takes strike one. Ryan rejoining the Red Sox, part of the September call-ups. Called on Sunday, his 4th stint with the Red Sox this season. th game he's gotten into, 13 starts behind the plate with the Red Sox, and a .283 overall average.
Been sort of a difficult year for him, back and forth.
Pop-up foul off to the right out of play, and it's 2-2. One of the points of pride of the Red Sox Foundation is their Red Sox Scholars Program, presented by Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center. Thanks such sponsors as H.B. Hood, and we congratulate these inspiring young people. Deep left for Lavarnway, and that ball is going to be off the top of the wall. They say it is not gone. A run scores. Lavarnway to second, and I think it's gone.
I think it's gone.
That top shelf up above, especially the way it came off, the ricochet would indicate it's above the line. You get another look here.
See a fan reaching over. The ball has to go over the red line, and it did hit the backside.
Yep.
It's a home run.
They will probably have to review this unless the other umpires had a better look. Always tough from the field to look up at that shelf, and they will go check it out.
Let's go look at this thing, because it's going to be 15-4 when they come back.
And this will be the 6th home run of the game for the Red Sox.
See where it hit that back wall. Everybody knows that, but they can't see it from where they are. It's a difficult call to make here, you know, especially with that back drop. You don't know it's behind. It's over the fence, the back drop, by about what, 6 inches or so.
Yep, and it's that kind of shelf area up there. And comes back. That has been the one thing we have seen happen quite a bit here as far as reviews go. And in fairness to the umpire, from the field, you really can't see what that is.
No, you really can't.
Field level.
But that's going to be the 6th home run. They're all adding up. 3 2-run shots, 2 solos, and a slam.
Well, last time the Red Sox have had 6 home runs in a game, April 7th at Toronto.
When Middlebrooks had 3, right, that night?
Yes. The 13-0 Red Sox win. And Lavarnway hopefully will get some good news here in a second. Umpire still checking it out.
It'll be his first home run of the year.
Not sure what's taking so long.
Next year, they said the replays are only going to take 1 minute and 15 seconds.
It's going to be very interesting to see how that all
is
down.
We had a play last night down the line. Remember the ball Gomes hit that was foul? He ended up getting to hit the next pitch.
Here we go.
This ball is gone. Everybody's joining the party tonight. Don't even get to use your whole home run trot. You got to stop at second. Then you got the style, just 2 more bags. Huh?
It's kind of a delayed
half a trot. Yeah. He'll take it.
15-4. Red Sox have the lead. Here's Will Middlebrooks in a grand slam in the 6th inning. Now rolls it over foul.
Well, this is happiness for the Red Sox. Going into Yankee Stadium, Yankees are going to get serious. They are in that wild card chase.
High fly ball for Middlebrooks to deep left center field. And that is going to scrape the wall on the way down. Jackson gets it back in. It's a double for Middlebrooks. 3rd extra base hit of the 7th inning for the Red Sox.
Well, this is getting crazy. I thought this ball was gone easy. He lifted it so high. Ended up hitting the top of the scoreboard. When you see the swing after he hit the slam, you think everything he swings is going to be out of the ballpark, but it comes down, hits the top of the scoreboard. An easy double for Middlebrooks.
On the top of the order, Jacoby Ellsbury. He homered himself back in the 3rd inning, a 1-for-4 night. There's strike one. Last night is as tight as it gets. Tight ball game all night.
2 good ball games. The first 2 games were good ball games. You know, first one was 0-0 going into the 7th. Lackey gave up a couple in the 7th.
Fly ball to center field, sending Jackson back to make the catch over the shoulder as Middlebrooks will tag up and move to 3rd base. That's just the first out of the inning. This game summary is brought to you by Xfinity from Comcast. And Porcello, long since gone from this game on the hook for the Tigers. He gives up 9 runs in 5+. And Ryan Dempster in 6 innings has a chance to, well, should get the win tonight as Dempster came in at 7 and 9. He goes 6 innings, giving up 4 runs. Red Sox with a total of 6 home runs. Line to right field, and that's going to fall in for a base hit. Tagging and coming in is Middlebrooks, and the Red Sox have got a 16-4 lead.
And Quentin Berry joins the party. Doesn't hit it very hard. Good base hit off his former teammates. First base hit for the Red Sox. First RBI. The beat goes on. 16-4.
As Andy Dirks, who is in center field. Don Kelly has moved to center field.
Don Kelly's everywhere. You never know where you're going to find him.
Castellanos is in left field. And there's more.
Yeah, Dirks is out in right field now. They're tricking us.
Worth is at 3rd base, and Tuiasa Sopo is now at 1st.
They've got a 3rd string in the dugout too this time of the year.
That's right.
I mean, there's guys you've never heard of.
And John McDonald fouls this off in his first Red Sox at bat. In the dirt outside, and it's 2-1. Well, John McDonald joining the Red Sox, the Connecticut native, in his 100th career game. Acquired Saturday from the Phillies with cash considerations in exchange for a minor league right-handed pitcher, Nafi Agondo. McDonald, a 15-year major league veteran.
We saw what he can do. Made a great diving play. last inning to end the inning. What a great play. Doesn't go unnoticed.
On the ground, foul outside to third. And McDonald this year between the Pirates, Indians, and Phillies. This is his 4th stop in the major leagues this year. And primarily been at shortstop, 19 games, total of 11 starts at shortstop. And a swing and a miss and a pitch in the dirt as he strikes out for the 2nd out of the inning. Now David Ortiz coming up. David takes ball 1. Collecting his 1,999th hit on a home run in the 4th inning, and then hit number 2,000, a double to center in the 6th inning.
And it's so nice that he could get number 2,000 in Fenway Park, and it being a bullet, one hopping the center field fence for an RBI double, number 2,000.
Up high for ball 3, 3-0. Tigers have action in their pen again. Evan Reed. First time he has been up in this game. Porcello, Albuquerque, and Bonderman so far for the Tigers, trying to weather this storm. That's a strike. 3-1. Red Sox have action of their own. There's Franklin Morales up in the pen. High drive to right field. Back goes Dirks at the wall, and that is very gone. Home run number 7 of the night for the Red Sox. It's a 2-run shot, and the Red Sox take an 18-4 lead.
You might as well style on the night that you hit 2,000. Hit a couple of bombs way back over the bullpen. A lot of tips of the hat tonight for David Ortiz, and the onslaught continues.
That is the night for Bonderman. The Tigers will move to another pitcher as the Red Sox add on to the lead. in the bottom of the 7th inning. Red Sox hitting 7 home runs for the first time since July the 4th of 2003 at New York. Evan Reed becomes the 4th pitcher of the night for the Tigers. His 13th appearance, no record. 12 strikeouts to 4 walks. Opponents hitting at .286 against Reed. Daniel Nava, the batter. Yes, he'll take strike 1. Red Sox have scored in every inning but the first. The last 2, 8 runs in the 6th, and 5 so far here in the 7th.
Man, what is the record for home runs in this yard? I'm talking 4 2-run shots, 2 solos, and a slam. You need a 3-run job.
Just to stay in shape.
Just to stay in shape. I'll tell you what. I remember a game earlier in the year when Dempster pitched against Texas. I think it was a 17-5 game or something. That's 35 runs he's got in 2 games.
June 4th was that game.
Is that what it was?
Yep. This is on the ground softly left side, cut off at third base by Worth. His throw in time in the inning. He is over, but the Red Sox score 5 times. Big Papi gets his 2nd home run of the game, and it's 18-4 Boston. Ace Ticket also has your seats to all Patriots, Bruins, and Celtics games. Visit Ace Ticket or call 1-800-MY-SEATS. 18-4, Red Sox have the lead over the Tigers as we head to the top of the 8th inning. Red Sox with some changes. Daniel Nava is in right field now as he moves from left to right. Quentin Berry moves from right field to center field. And now in left is Brandon Snyder. Staying in the game at shortstop, Xander Bogaerts. He pitch ran for Stephen Drew. And the new pitcher for the Red Sox, 3rd of the night, is Franklin Morales. He takes over for Brandon Workman, who went an inning. 12th appearance for Morales, 2-1 record with a 5.82 earned run average. 14 strikeouts to 11 walks, and opponents hitting at .273 against him. So Workman goes an inning, gives up a hit. No runs. He didn't walk anybody and struck out a batter.
Once again, the 2nd home run by Ortiz after getting his 2000th hit. He goes bridge again for the 2nd time. And he's been tipping his hat all night long.
Victor Martinez leading it off here for the Tigers in the top of the 8th inning. 0 for 3 in the game is Victor Martinez. Morales has had a hard time getting into games lately as the starters have been going deep into games, and a long time in between some of his outings, which I would imagine would affect his effectiveness.
You would think so. That's the concern with him all the time when he takes the mound, that delivery is just a kind of a full blast delivery, and he needs to get out there to find his release point.
This one fouled off to the right, and it evens at 1-1.
I don't think I've ever in my career had been in very many games like this. Either way, winning, losing, I don't know what it's like. I mean, it's obviously you want to be on the winning side of it, but it's hard to pitch when there's nothing on the line. I mean,
you're trying to throw strikes here. You got the big lead. You certainly don't want to walk anybody ahead 18-4.
Right. So I'm trying to throw the ball right down the middle. Let's go. Bounce around. Swing the bat.
You become a contact pitcher, which is not always good, depending upon how hard the contact is. Yankees have gone final as they beat the White Sox 6-5 tonight. Tampa Bay and Los Angeles are underway on the West Coast tonight at Angel Stadium as Morales misses up and away.
And then Cleveland beat Baltimore, so that puts New York ahead of Baltimore. And then you see Texas and Oakland going back and forth. Darvish pitched tonight for Texas and got knocked around.
Just a game between those two teams. Oakland A's 79-59, Texas 80-58.
So they won tonight. They're tied.
In the air to center field. Barry backs up and makes the catch for the first out of the 8th.
How do you keep your scorecard so clean?
One side's really clean and the other really is not.
See, this side is clean for me.
Yes.
This one, look at that one.
This is a fiasco.
This is insanity. I don't even know what happened, and I don't really
you
care.
don't even keep defense. You don't have. Where's your defensive chart?
I don't care. I've got other things going on there.
Yeah.
All I know is there's a lot of bridge balls here.
There's a lot of bridges. 7 bridges over there.
I got to make a different color on that so I can count the home run balls. Usually you count the strikeouts, not the home runs.
Well, I keep home runs in a separate place.
Oh, do you?
I have home runs in a couple different places. First in the box and then over on the right side.
Yeah, that's nice.
Which is there. Over there, so you can track them down.
Well, by the time I get done, I'll have this all figured out.
You know what you really like is how I keep my punch outs.
Yes.
Is all my pitching stuff is in red. Whether it's walks or strikeouts, so it jumps out, the number jumps out.
Right. That's why I want to do this little yellow piece.
Oh, you do the yellow piece for pitching stuff?
I was just starting to.
Oh, you see, you're just branching out as game goes on.
Everything changes. Every game I'm doing more things.
That's good.
I'm learning.
This is swing and a miss. And Dirk strikes out. And will be second out of the inning. That is the 9th strikeout for Red Sox pitching in the game. First for Morales.
A little gas away. Dirks can't get there. Kind of bailing a little bit, leaning over.
And then 2 down here in the 8th inning. And brings up Don Kelly. Started the game at third base. Now in center field. 1 for 3 in the game. Yeah, a swing and a foul tip. In there for strike 2.
Who do we get tomorrow night? Jake Peavy against Nova tomorrow night. Obviously, we're not going to see Sabathia. He pitched tonight.
No. Pettit and DuBrant on Friday night, and then Lackey and David Huff.
David Huff.
Saturday. He is 2-0 with a 3.32. And Hiroki Kuroda, who just recently had a tough outing for the Yankees, goes on Sunday.
Yeah, he's due for a good outing.
Yeah, he's 11-10 now, but an ERA under 3.
Who you don't see there is Hughes. I think they figure that Huff has a better chance of pitching against us. I guess they think we have a tough time against left-handed pitching.
Yankees traveling to New York after the game tonight. Begin this series tomorrow night. Dennis Menson, Peavy against Nova. 7 o'clock start time from Yankee Stadium. Outside for ball 3. And the Yankees with a victory tonight, and Robinson Cano, 137 games this year, hitting at .305. Alfonso Soriano, what a great addition he has been for New York in 36 games for them. 12 homers, 39 runs batted in.
39 RBIs.
Swing and a miss, and Morales has a good inning. 1-2-3. We head to the bottom of the 8th. 18-4 Red Sox. Look at some of the baseball's best closers this season. The Braves' Greg Kimbrel has now converted 34 consecutive save opportunities without allowing a run in any of them. No pitcher has ever done this, and ever since taking over the full-time closing duties near the end of June, Koji Ihara is 16 out of 18 save opportunities with a 0.28 ERA and 32 in the third innings pitched.
Yeah, it may not be the same. You know, Kimbrel out there throwing 98.
Different.
Totally different. Punching everybody out, but so's Koji.
Mike Napoli leading it off here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And a swing and a miss. Evens a count of 1-1. Evan Reed is out there again. He got the final out of the 7th inning. Starts the 8th for Detroit. Bonneman worked an inning and gave up 5 runs. On the hook, though, is Rick Porcello, though, won 5+ innings, giving up 9 runs. Well, that's only half the runs that the Tigers pitching staff has given up in this game. Now a 2-1. That's outside for ball 3. More changes for the Tigers. Hernan Perez now takes over at second base for Omar Infante. And Brian Halladay is now the catcher for the Tigers. Some of those September call-ups have made their way into this game. There's a fly ball to right field. Dirks going back at the wall. That's home run number 8 of the game.
Why not?
Mike Napoli's 18th of the year is the Sox' 8th home run of this game. Ties the club record for a single game.
Wow, that is sick power. Three-one pitch, fastball, middle, lift, launch, opposite, see ya. Over the bullpen. Trying to add all this up. 3 solos, 4 2-run bombs, and a slam. Right? 3, 4, 1. That's 8. That's a lot. That's insane.
You and I did a game together in Milwaukee in 2003 where there was 6, and that seemed like a lot.
8.
This is 8. Xander Bogaerts with a swing and a miss. And they've gotten a piece 0-2.
Boy, everybody's feeling good. It's like a happy flight. It's only an hour flight.
Short flight.
It's only an hour flight.
Bogaerts lays off and takes ball 1, 1-2.
Every pitcher has given up a bomb. Some gave up 2. Bonderman gave up 2, right?
Yes.
Albuquerque gave up 2.
Mm-hmm.
That's 5.
Porcello gave up
3.
3. To third, a bounding ball. Worth's throw is going to be dug out by Tuiasa Sopo at first base for the first out of the bottom of the 8th.
I gave up 5 once.
Really?
Yeah. 4 solos, and it didn't kill me. I was still tied in that game. I remember giving up 4 solos. Yankee Stadium. Hated Yankee Stadium. And then Reggie got me the 5th one. The 2-run shot got me.
That one bothered you the most? The
Catfish. It was me and Catfish Hunter. He was giving them up too. Rice hit one. I don't know. We had a ton of home runs, but the 5th one broke my back.
If I'm not mistaken, Tim Wakefield gave up 6 to the Tigers in Detroit
and got a
1.
W.
Yes.
And he knows it. He's sitting there right now. That's hard to do.
Thinking, you had to bring that up. Huh?
Yeah. It's one thing giving up 5. It's another thing getting a W and giving up 6.
Yes, giving up 6 and got a W.
Well, you're around the plate, you're going to give it up.
Right.
But for the life of me, I never wanted to go. Every time I was in New York, it got to me, because that short porch, and they had a bunch of left-handed hitters. I don't know who was. I'm thinking who's ever left-handed has got a chance to take me deep. Man.
Bad memories of Yankee Stadium. That's where we're going tonight.
Yeah, right. It's a new Yankee Stadium now.
1-1 is in there for strike 2. Ball and 2 strikes here to Ryan Lavarnway. And a grounder off the pitcher. It kicks out through the middle and into center field. Lavarnway has got another hit, along with his home run and his first at bat in the 7th inning.
Hit parade goes on. Lavarnway with a base hit up the middle off the pitcher's kneecap. You think it would have slowed it down, but it still found its way into center field. The hits are finally getting close to how many runs? 17 hits, 19 runs. You think you'd have more hits than runs normally.
You would think so. This is a base hit through the left side for Will Middlebrooks, his 3rd hit of the game.
We're getting there. Creeping up on 19. That's 18 hits.
Will's got 3 in the game to go along with his 4 RBIs. Jim Leyland's seen enough of this game. And the Red Sox continue to hit.
Let's get it out of your system, I would assume, with Detroit. It's going to mess up their ERA. I tell you what, I don't care how many games you've played, it's going to bound to do something.
Covidien, delivering innovative healthcare products across the globe, is a proud sponsor of the Red Sox Foundation. 2 on, 1 away. A run in this inning for Boston as they continue to hammer away here. Here's Brandon Snyder at the plate for the first time tonight, and he takes ball 1. Snyder took over defensively in left field an inning ago. That's in the top spot in the order where Jacoby Ellsbury was at one point. And Jacoby homered tonight, back in the 3rd inning. When you're pitching at Yankee Stadium, did it become part of your pitching thought process when thinking about that short porch in right field? I mean,
of course it did. I never told anybody then, but I hated that place. They used to play this thing, dong, 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 dong. Remember when they played that?
Yes, I remember that.
I hated that. That means they're scoring runs. Dong, 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 dong. Remember?
Every time they came in.
Every time. Here it comes. I hated that sound.
Waking up in the middle of the night.
I hated the clubhouse. I hated everything about it. The only thing I liked was New York, New York.
Right, as soon as the game was over, you were going out.
That's all I because you know how bad that visiting clubhouse was. And
right.
Just everything about it. It's like, ugh. Not that Fenway's a day at the beach over here, the visiting clubhouse.
But I remember walking down. You walk down from the clubhouse down. They would go downward down that hallway, that thin hallway.
Yes.
And there you were, Denny.
Either way, you headed out or headed in. I'd rather be headed out.
Leaving. 1-2 is lined down the right field line beyond Canvas Alley. We never talked about that. We've done many games.
Huh?
We've done a few games at Yankee Stadium. That never came up, the topic of you and Yankee Stadium. You kept that to yourself.
I think I talked about the 5 home runs before.
Did you?
Yeah.
With me?
Maybe not.
I don't know.
It's not like I'm hiding it.
No. Well, I just don't remember.
Because I'm sure I would have brought it up. I was with you enough to talk about 5 bombs.
That's a lot of home runs.
We've had a lot of games that have been blowouts.
Swing and a miss.
That's where it would come up. Because I'm not just going to bring it out in a 2-1 game.
Hey, I gave up 5 home runs.
I gave up 5 home runs, right?
It was awesome.
It was great, man. There's never a right time for that.
No.
Except now when you say home run parade.
I'm surprised my phone hasn't blown up yet from Tim Wakefield for bringing up his 6 home runs he gave up. And
Tigers
got a W.
And that ballpark
at Comerica Park.
I think that's when the fences, they hadn't pulled the fences in yet.
They had brought them in.
They did. Okay, we'll give them that.
I will give them that. I remember Vaughn Rodriguez sitting in that area, in that new left field area.
That wasn't there before.
That was not there before. Left center field, and this is going to get in for a base hit. LaVarnway's coming around. He's going to score. The Red Sox add another run and take a 20-4 lead.
Well, that hit would have been matched the runs, but the problem was it was an RBI. So that's the 19th hit and the 20th run. Barnway 2 hits on the night. Dunker into left center field. LaVarnway not running very well, but he's going to score easy on this. The 20th run of the night.
This is the first time the Red Sox have scored 20 runs in a game since June 27th of 2003. When they scored 25 against Florida.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was right
Pavano
here.
started that game.
Yes.
Then they got mad because we tagged up on a sacrifice fly.
Jack McKeon was upset about that.
That's a long time ago.
Yeah, 2003.
I can't believe I remember that.
10 years ago.
Like, what do I care about a 25-run game? I had nothing to do with it. I just happened to be watching it.
Swing and a miss. John McDonald down in the count 0-2.
Is that what happened? He was mad because they tagged up?
I'm trying to remember. It was like they had already scored like 16 runs, and then somebody tagged up and scored from third in a ball. It was medium depth center field.
What are you supposed to do?
Not just stop.
Stop.
No more scoring.
Right.
The unwritten rule there somewhere, right?
Isn't there?
I guess.
Yes. But if it's 9 runs in the first inning or say whatever.
Well, that's what it was.
Yeah,
it was
right.
Really early when they
come on.
That. Yeah.
In this ballpark, you can, get back in the game in 5 innings. It's not like.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
And it was Pavano. You're right. I do remember that.
Mm-hmm.
John Lackey's thinking, 20 runs, huh? 20 runs.
It's enough for 10 games.
20 runs. You guys can put together 20 runs. The pitch is strike 3 to McDonald. That will end the 8th inning. We head for the 9th. It's 20-4 Red Sox. Southwest Airlines, Mitsubishi, Verizon Fios, Subaru of New England, and by Sullivan Tire and Auto Centers. Now it's 24. Red Sox have the lead as we head to the 9th inning. Red Sox bring on their 4th pitcher of the night. As Ruby De La Rosa cranks strike 1 in there. Franklin Morales worked the 8th inning, had a 1-2-3 inning, 2 strikeouts. De La Rosa into his 6th game without a record. Opponent sitting at 273 against him. This one fouled off to the right.
De La Rosa came out of the gates right the first inning. He pitched. He punched out a couple of guys, wasn't it? Maybe not Kansas City, wherever it was. And it was like, next thing you know, he's going to the Hall of Fame after 1 inning, right? And then he went against Kansas City. They took him deep. Somebody, Butler took him deep.
Yes.
Back to back or something on his fastball. And he hasn't been out there for a while.
Daniel Nava on the dirt of the track makes the catch. Or the first out here of the 9th. S&S Express are donating $500 to the pediatric trauma program at Boston Children's Hospital for every home run hit this season, and it's been a good night. Sox have now hit 148 home runs, bringing the total donations to $74,000. Our thanks to Hess and Hess Express, committed to helping the cause. So 1 down here in the 9th inning. Ryan Holiday, who took over in behind the plate, bats for the first time. Alex Avila had been 0 for 2 in the spot with a walk. And 1 pitch is a strike over the outside corner. In the dirt as that skips in.
It's nice to get a chance to bring guys into this game that need work, because you know you're going to get in some tight games down the road, and you don't get a chance to put them in. If you think about it.
Dempster started tonight with the first 6 innings, giving up 4 runs on 6 hits, walked a couple, struck out 7. On the ground down the first baseline and into right field. Holiday stops at first, now gets it back in. It's a 1-out single.
Holiday hits this ball out of the glove down the right field line for a hit. Happiness for him. Hooray for him in a 20-4 game.
Don't forget, Essence post-game coverage of the Sox begins right after the game with WB Mason's Extra Innings Live. Tim and TC break down the highlights, and Jenna bring you reaction from the players. WB Mason Extra Innings Live. Can't go wrong when you buy right. WB Mason. High fly ball to right field. Back towards the corner goes Nava. He will get there to make the catch as it stays in the yard. Santiago gave it a ride to deep right field, but he's out number 2 of the 9th.
Boy, that might be his best bolt. And this ball is gone in some ballparks. Got to wrap it around the pole to get out of here, but this is his best bolt. Nava has a beat on this ball at the track.
So 2 down, and Holiday at first base. Here's Danny Worth. No 1 pitch. And that's in there for Strike 2. And the Tigers are down to their last strike.
Might as well punch him out.
20 runs on 19 hits. No errors for the Red Sox. 4 runs, 8 hits, and an error for the Tigers. It was a close game for a while tonight. He struck him out and the Red Sox win. This is all about offense tonight, and the Red Sox in a very big way to the tune of 8 home runs beat the Tigers in this one 20-7. Tom Caron, a good way for the Red Sox to end this homestand.
Wake's looking up my stats.